You're listening to Boulder Talk Radio for the 3rd of March, 2021, where we pose the obvious question: do you think high schoolers would appreciate recess more than elementary kids? Leave your thoughts below. I love doing those weird ass intros because I literally think of them about like 5 minutes before everything begins. I'm just like, I need to think of a funny way to intro the show, to introduce everything. I got to think of a funny way to do it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go and think of like the weirdest, stupidest thing I can think of and turn it into a 15-second drop as a way to give myself something to cut to when I clip out the introduction later on. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Boulder Talk Radio. Actually, let me change that date there. I thought I did, in fact, change that date. It didn't save. It's no longer February. It is March. It is, in fact, now the 3rd of March, 2021. We are coming into the end of the winter season. We're coming into the end of winter. And I don't know about you, but I'm very happy with that. Very excited about that. I am tired of the cold. Yeah, that's my anti-winter approach. Bring on global warming. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. A nice, cool 65 degrees all year would be awesome. I'll take it. But here we got Ruthless Tactics. Thank you for coming in saying buy Doge. But a counter from Shrek is Daddy saying no, Doge is going down. But what do you guys have to say about Ripple? What do you guys have to say about Ripple? That's what I care about. I care about Ripple. XRP, baby. XRP is what I got my money invested in. You know what I mean? Like you can't sit there and tell me that I gotta like hold on for dear life with Dogecoin, man. That's the, I got Ripple. That's where my money's invested. Come back to me when that's a big thing. Music Man here says, it's been a long day. I needed to hear some Boulder Talk Radio. Well, that's a low bar, sir. That is a very low bar to clear, but I'm glad to have you. I'm glad you're here. Bear Pigs asks if I'm going to pull an all-nighter. No, I'll be on for maybe an hour and a half tops, and then I got to go to bed. You know how it is. Got that hashtag dad life. Let's see. Shrek is Daddy here says, Jarbo drink a Four Loco. No, I am good. I will be cracking open this nice can of drink, though. Ah, you hear the fizz? Yeah. You know what this is? You know what? This is Kirkland brand lemon flavored sparkling water. That's what dad life does to me. You know, all these people, they do these nightly shows and they got to get fucking drunk to do it. They got to get fucking hammered to do it. They got to get fucking wrecked to get in there to talk to you guys about what the fuck is going on in the world. That's what that's what they do. That's what they say. Me, I'm like, I'm going to crack open a nice fucking sparkling water. I'm going to enjoy the lemony zest as it swishes around my mouth and I tell you all about the weird fucked up shit in the world. Because I don't got to be fucking wasted to get demonetized on this platform. It's not hard to do. Anyway, the link is there if you guys want to call on in. I see we got VHS Archive here saying breakfast with Boulder Talk Radio. Gee, I wonder what part of the world it's breakfast time where you live. But I appreciate you being here. VHS Archive runs a clip channel. They clipped out my little rant about John Swan from the other day, which I thought was pretty goddamn funny. And I liked reading the comments, people that clearly don't understand what the fuck they're talking about. So for me, that it's hysterical. H Barts here says, "Hey Matt, what's going on, dude? How you doing? How you doing, H Barts? I saw you on Twitter a little bit ago. I believe that's you. Same profile pic, right? I think that's you. That's on there. And then of course we've got Music Man here saying, you say you'll be on for an hour. It'll be more than that. I'm thinking an hour and a half. We'll see where it goes. If none of you fuckers call in, then it's going to end a lot. It's going to end a lot earlier. I'm just saying that's what keeps the show going. Right? Or until Hondo shows up and starts talking about some weird lore on a weird furry YouTuber that I don't know much about. And that's okay too. That's okay too. That's fine. Those are some weird stories. There's some weird ones here. Joe Rowe here says it's midnight. It is midnight for me as well. I just got home. I had a late start going out there doing dem deliveries. Gotta provide my local metropolitan area with some late night eats. The last order I had was seriously one bottle, a 750 milliliter bottle of Yosemite brand Pinot Grigio that some lady in the middle of nowhere ordered from a 7-Eleven. So I had to take her one bottle of booze all the way up to her house. And it was pretty funny because she's telling me as I'm scanning her ID that 7-Eleven is the only place she could buy booze right now. And she just needed to get drunk. She's like, I'm like, it was a nice area she lived in. I thought it was pretty funny. But it's like, all right, cool, lady, no problem. Hey, you do you. Tonight was kind of weird for that. A lot of hotel runs. But that booze order is always great. I like the booze orders there. Anyway, like I said, link is in the video description. So in the meantime, let's talk about this fucking Dr. Seuss situation, which has absolutely something that has pissed off a lot of people today. Dr. Seuss is being canceled. Ladies and gentlemen, how does that make you feel? It's one of those situations, I'll tell you honestly, like looking at it, I think it's kind of dumb. I understand why that the Seuss organization, so what you have to understand, this isn't like some fire Gina Carano thing, right? This isn't like some group of activists on Twitter were like, we need to get rid of Dr. Seuss. Although I'm pretty sure that many of them would probably be on board with this. And so it's the Seuss organization themselves that went back through a couple of these books, like 6 of them. And they saw they saw like some pretty, some pretty interesting, what's it called? Imagery. Some depictions of certain races of people. And you know what? I looked at the imagery today and, you know what? Oof. It's pretty bad. Like it's old school. It's old school imagery, right? It's old school shit. And the thing is, like, Dr. Seuss himself, if I recall correctly, was a bit of a propagandist back during the war, and so he knew how to propagandize certain things. And I think some of that carried over into his children's books there later on. That's kind of what I think on that one. Joro says here, what was it? Was it pictures or was it something to do with his book? It was pictures. It was pictures. And that's definitely something that is like, okay. Look, these things are like, it's the depiction of like Chinese people and like tribal people. You know what? You look at it and you're just like, yeah, maybe not the best. Maybe not the best imagery to do, right? Like maybe not the best thing to do. I mean, like this is one that you can kind of see here. This is being shared for the sake of educational content, not at all getting on board and co-signing what I see here, because I think it's pretty bad. But this is one of the images that he drew before he became like Dr. Seuss. This is, man, this is some old stuff. So according to this came in from a collection at the library of the University of California in San Diego. It says Black people are presented as savages living in the tropics, dressed in grass skirts. Arabs are portrayed as camel riding nomads or sultans. This, of course, is just how, he viewed things back in the day. And, I mean, like he was defended. He had an anti-Japanese view, very much, according to his biographer, where this is according to the biographer about Dr. Seuss. It says right now, right now when the Japanese, and that's not the word he used. He does not use the word Japanese. He has just the first 3 letters. When the Japanese are planting their hatchets and our skulls, It seems like a hell of a time for us to smile and warble. Brothers, it is a rather flabby battle cry if we want to win. We've got to kill the Japanese. Whether it depresses John Hayes Holmes or not, we can get palsy-walsy afterward with those that are left. So the dude clearly had his thoughts. He clearly had his beliefs and whatnot. And I mean, it's not just that image, dude. It is. There is some stuff here that I mean, like, come on, Dr. Seuss, what are you thinking? I mean, like, look, here's one. You might recognize a particular person. You might recognize a particular animal, a particular book that was made into a famous movie by 20th Century Fox. Looks a bit like Horton. Little bit like Horton, but again, look at the imagery on the screen. This again is being done for educational purposes. So it gives you an idea. And, it's just, I don't know what this is here. Wife on vacation king. Vacation nothing, nice girl, but I simply had to swap her in for this flit gun. I don't know what a flit gun is. I have no idea. But he's got another one here. It's come back. Okay, so this is an ad for Flit. And it was signed. It was signed Dr. Seuss. It was signed Dr. fucking Seuss. So, oh my God, what is this? No, oh my Jesus, this is what it was. I mean, let's see here. He said, God, perspicacity. I'm trying to say it right, since he probably never saw a black person. No, he lived in San Diego. He clearly has seen black people. He just had a very interesting viewpoint of them in his mind. So you have all that, now Music Man here does bring a very interesting point. And he says, can't they just change the images? That's true. Now, the images I showed you guys were not from his book. Those are from ads that he drew prior to doing children's books, but he signed them Dr. Seuss. That shit wasn't done under a fucking pen name. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't done under some pen name or under his real name, but then he used the Dr. Seuss pen name as a way to, to do all that. Now, I will say, when I was 4 years ago, I was at the San Diego Zoo with my friend. And again, Dr. Seuss lived in San Diego, loved the zoo. My friend was telling me that Dr. Seuss would spend a lot of time in the ape enclosure watching the gorillas and the monkeys and the orangutans. And I remember him telling me this, and I thought that was a very interesting thing. He's like, yeah, he would sit here and he would sketch them. He liked them. That's what he told me, because his wife works at the zoo and knows all this kind of behind the scenes information. When you watch all that stuff, when you see these images, you kind of have to go, I mean, like, what the fuck was he doing? I don't know. Now, I agree with, I'll get to the super chat. Thank you very much, H Sparks, by the way. We'll get to that. Now, saying everyone drew black people like that back in those days, I agree with you to a point. Okay. And so it is very much an in the time contextual situation. 100%. So there's that. I'm not saying even like get rid of the books. I would have no problem with them just like changing up those images and being done with it. But it's one of those things where it's like he did draw things a very specific way, and it might have been tied to that time period. Well, actually, I would argue it was very much tied to the time period. So then the question becomes, and I asked this to you guys even, what do you think? What do you think they should do about it? Leave it alone? Change it up? These are questions, man. Anyway, let's see here. H-Bar, it's $5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. It says, why do older generations call the new ones lazy every time? Also, I'm a Gen Z and deal with this all the time. Well, the thing is, it's kind of like, every generation that precedes the one that you are had it slightly or substantially worse in certain areas, especially in regards to like technology and advancement in technology, things like that. So, well, it's like my mom grew up in the 1950s and 1960s, when she was a kid. They didn't have color television. They didn't have mobile phones. They didn't have the internet. They didn't have all of these things. So as a kid, I had a lot more access to a lot more stuff that was more modern that she didn't have access to. That makes our lives easier. So it's one of those scenarios where it's just kind of like the progress of and the advancement of technology and its impact on our lives. So there's that. All right. Movie Man here asks, is this picture supposed to be some kind of Unabomber thing? Yes. In fact, actually what it's known as is the Uniboulder. To give you a better look at it here, the Uniboulder is the image that was drawn. And if you are so inclined at some point in time, you will be able to get it on a fucking t-shirt. That does exist. And I love it. I need that does fucking exist. And that is a Boulder Talk Radio exclusive. All right. We got, can you just fucking say your goddamn name so I know how to pronounce it?
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, hi. Nah, I'm not going to say it.
Fuck you. Say the goddamn name. Say the goddamn name.
And I love when people pronounce it wrong.
Because it looks like there's a racial slur in the center of it.
What? What's a racial slur?
Oh, fuck you. You know goddamn well what that is.
What is it?
You hang out. It is the S slur.
S slur.
S slur.
Which
that
one?
You cannot. I only see one, and I don't need to spell it out for you. I'm not a geologist.
Oh, Jarba. You got problems, man.
Anyway.
You can't even say spick.
It's a word I don't choose to use, sir.
Okay.
Is that what you said? Perspicity? Is that how you pronounce it?
No.
Because I'm looking at this. I'm trying to break it down.
Close.
I'm trying to break it down like syllabically.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of dyslexic on that front, so I have to break words down syllabically.
Spick is part of it. Yeah.
I do. That's why I'm like slur, assassinity or acidity.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. Fuck it.
So
okay.
I'm not
so what's
have you destroy the good name of Dr. Seuss?
I'm not destroying the good name of Dr. Seuss, but it's not hard to
when
say.
are those images from? 1925?
These
Probably,
images,
right?
well, no, they're before the war. They're before the war.
Dr. Seuss was born like 1900.
Yeah. So from 1920s to the 1940s, this is when he drew these.
So these weren't even offensive.
So yeah. So Theodore
You ever
Seuss.
seen the art for black people from 1920 to 1940?
Hold on.
I mean,
1920s
they look
images.
terrible.
Cartoon. Oh my God. The
That's
FBI is
with the big giant red lips.
Yeah, no, I know. There's racist. The Jim Crow Museum has got a bunch here.
I mean, they're much worse than much worse. You have to admit, even the basic ones are much worse.
There's one here with Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But it's Shazam, but it's the original one. It's originally Shazam, and it's
black people were drawn that way until like 1975. So I mean,
that's terrible. that is terrible. That's like that is
poor Dr. Seuss.
I mean, I'm looking at one here. I just why? Oh my God! There's one here that is
usually
terrible.
Have gold teeth and big red lips.
Yeah. I mean, this guy says here you can easily earn. Okay, so it's a become a cartoonist ad. Yeah. And it says you can easily earn $20 to $200 a week or run your own studio and get a first price for your work when you are competent. So this guy's like, I'll teach you how to make all of this money drawing cartoons and the advertisement.
The Sambo, right?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's called. Yes, I'm not too familiar with that name.
Or the original Amos and Andy with the big white lips.
No, I'm looking at
just
one
look
of those
up the original Amos and Andy and then tell me Dr. Seuss was racist.
All right, let me take a look here. Amos and this is all right.
The crazy tunes of Amos and Andy. Tell me that's not the most racist thing you've ever seen. Tell me Dr. Seuss.
Oh, that is pretty bad.
Yeah.
From the look at it there.
So did I exonerate Dr. Seuss or what? I mean,
well, no, as I said earlier, there was context of the times.
I see some really rough stuff here. You probably get taken down. Actually.
That's why I'm not showing any of it, man. Like I'm not like I have to run a complete fucking disclaimer on front of this shit. like, warning, the views expressed here on Boulder Talk Radio are that of Dr.
I think
Seuss.
you should be able to show it. I mean, it's not, it's, a cartoon.
Yeah.
So what if it's
I don't know. So there's a lot of shit here, though, man. You guys can go check out Ferris.
You ever watch Drawn Together? That show was racist.
That show was.
How many times did you watch that show?
I saw the first season of it when it came out.
Yeah.
So
how many years ago was that?
I want to say 2002, 2003, somewhere.
Oh, you think it was that around?
No. It might have been a little bit later. Some of those. Let's see. Drawn Together American sitcom was from 2004. Okay, I was close.
You were close, yeah.
2004 to 2007.
Yeah.
I mean, like in the cast, the cast was definitely, there were definitely stereotypes, 100% stereotypes. And I mean, like the.
Don't you feel sad that we've erased like millions of Looney Tunes shorts?
Have we?
Disney shorts? Oh yeah.
I mean, like Looney Tunes, I don't necessarily see getting canceled, but like. Disney is definitely trying to run away. They don't want you to be talking about Song of the South at all. Right.
Yeah.
Never mind one of their biggest rides there.
I had that on VHS when I was a kid. There was I have that.
I have a copy of it. Somebody sent me a copy of it a while ago, and it's like a rip, right? It's a rip copy, but they're like just for your records, like just for your collection. Because like the thing with like people who like download movies is they don't watch all the movies they download. They just like to have a collection. Yeah. And so it's like in like trading and all that shit. So somebody got their hands on fucking.
You have a collector's edition of it or something?
No, not a collector's edition. It's just an edition because like they never released it on DVD.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. They never released it on DVD. They never released it. They'll never release it in 4K.
They'll probably never even released Dumbo, right? I mean,
the original Dumbo?
Did they cut out the whole crow scene or something?
No,
digitally turned the blue. Or
no, I don't think they got rid of the crow scene. I think that is.
I guess the crow characters are throughout the movie. I guess you.
You really can't get rid of them. I mean, even though there's like a video from 2014's like racism in children's film Dumbo. It's like. I mean, I get it. Like I understand. Like I understand the concept of trying to like move away from all this shit. I get that. But what I laugh at is like it's done in the most disingenuous way. It's like after, remember the South Carolina, I think it was the Charlottesville church shooting, right? Yeah. The guy, Dylan Roof went in there and shot 9 people.
Yes.
And so like as tragic as that was, and it was 100% tragic, there was an image that came out a couple of days later of him holding a little Confederate flag. It wasn't like he was holding a little mini Confederate flag.
Yeah.
And for some reason, everyone lost their shit over that fucking flag, right? They lost that was when like Amazon, Walmart, all those outlets were banning the Confederate flag because an image of him holding it. And so my commentary
at
that point
was too far.
No, my commentary at that point was, what about this today is different from yesterday, right? Like why was it not okay today, but it's okay yesterday? And it's like, it's not that anyone didn't know this existed. It's not that you didn't know you could buy it. It's not that it wasn't in the marketplace, but it's like what triggered it today. And it's like, yes, a man, not even a man, a fucking idiotic. I don't even want to say idiotic. He was a homicidal maniac, a racist homicidal maniac. Guns down 9 black people in a black church.
Yes.
And then it's like, okay, this is that reaction that's going to come from it. But you know what happens though, right? It's the same thing that happened with that guy.
Wasn't that guy Muslim? And they said he was white, but he was actually Muslim.
No. He was definitely homebred, homegrown white bread. This kid was,
I'm just not remembering.
Are you thinking of the Fort Hood shooter? Because like the Fort Hood shooter, I think was.
Maybe I am thinking.
Yeah, he was of Islamic background, I believe. Yeah. And I think he killed like 9 people as well. But yeah, there's a lot of fucking murder at Fort Hood, by the way.
Yeah, there's a lot of murder, period, I guess.
There's a lot of murder, yeah. But the thing with this guy recently, this country singer, said the N-word. Did you hear about that? And then like they started canceling him.
No, I don't know anything about that.
Well, no, they started. So like, I forget his name. It's like, I want to say it's like Rusty something or another.
Rusty.
I don't know. It starts with an R. It starts with an R. Country singer N-word. Who could it be? Oh, sorry. It's Morgan Wallen. All right, Morgan Whalen or Wallen, whatever.
Okay.
Anyway,
let's see.
Yeah, no, he's he's got a fucking mullet, dude. Clearly,
okay.
Clearly, it's all the thing there. But this guy, he was on tape. He said the N-word, and it ended up like kind of getting out there, and like his agent dropped him. This Country Music Awards dropped his appearance. All this shit happened. Motherfucking songs went to the top of billboards. His sales have increased over 200%.
Well, that's always how it goes, Jarbo.
Yeah, no, I know that's
look
always.
What happened with look at what happened with Michael Jackson. I think he sold more albums after his death than. I think he broke records, right? He broke every record.
There was a fair amount, yeah. I'll tell you who I feel bad for in that situation is Farrah Fawcett.
Why do you feel bad for Farrah Fawcett?
Because she fucking died the same day.
Yeah, well,
but she died early in the day, right? So it's like you wake up in the morning and it's like rip Farrah Fawcett, and like all and then like an hour or two later it's like rip Michael Jackson, and everyone's like Farrah fucking who?
Right.
Farrah Khan, fucking
everybody remember. Well, I think most people remember that Farrah Fawcett died with the same day as Michael Jackson.
But it got nowhere near the amount of coverage. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. I never thought of it like that. I guess
it's a weird way of looking at it. I'll fully admit.
Farrah Fawcett hadn't been on television 30 years.
Yeah, she hadn't been. I mean, but there's like that icon. You're never gonna like. Yeah, there was an iconic poster of her. I mean, I didn't grow up in the 1970s, so I didn't have her on my wall. I was aware of the posters, and then when like that 70s show came about, they kind of featured it. I think they featured it in like one of the little segues in like the first episode, and then all of a sudden, like Farrah Fawcett merch was like back on the shelves. Like a bunch of boomers trying to relive their teenage years of beating off to Farrah Fawcett on their wall. And this was before she was dead, by the way. So it was fine, I guess. I don't know.
Way before.
I feel weird. Like if I feel weird, and like let's say, like let's say a long time from now, or I don't want to give it a year specific, but it's like, because would you feel weird like if you were watching like old porn videos of like the porn stars from like the 90s and like 60 years when that they're fucking dead?
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. I've never thought of it like that either.
It's a little weird thing.
Really occurred to me.
I know it's kind of an odd thing.
Happened. I'm sure it beat off to a dead porn star. But
but it's like, isn't that kind of weird? It's all like, man, like, oh, that was a good jerk sesh. I wonder what she's up to. Oh, she's fucking dead. Fuck. I mean, like people who go and find August Ames old videos.
Has that ever happened to you, Jarbo?
No, I've never done that.
Yeah, right.
No.
This sounds like you.
No. I'm just saying that when Nina Hartley dies, then I'll stop. But she's still alive, so I'm good.
Nina Hartley, I don't even know that one.
She's old. She's old. She's in her 60s now. She was in her heyday back in like the maybe she's in her. How old is Nina Hartley?
I thought you'd say like Stormy Daniels or one of
No.
Who was the other one?
I don't find her that attractive, to be honest with you. Nina Hartley is 61. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's still pretty good. No, I've never been I've never been a Stormy Daniels. I wasn't aware of who she was prior to Trump. And then like I think like most people, I was like, oh, I want to see what the fuss is all about. So I checked her out and I'm all like, eh.
You're right. Yeah, she's all right.
Not really my thing. I'm just I was this movie man guy's like, why are you using the Unabomber? You must be new.
Jarbo, why are you the Unabomber?
I'm the Unibolder, baby. I'm the Unibolder.
Unibolder.
There we go. Look, out of everything that happened. Yeah, I'm gonna lob fucking trebuchets.
On us, are you?
No, fuck that shit. I'm too lazy for that, man. You kidding me? I could go postal, or I could sit here and talk to you guys and talk about masturbating to dead.
There's nothing else on. I mean, it's like it's almost 4:00 in the morning, and I'm high.
See, and that's my entire shtick. That's my entire shtick right there. My entire road to like rebirth or redemption or regrowth is going to be
really late night radio. Why don't you pick up like a coast to coast format if you're going to do that?
What exactly would you? Okay, explain to me a coast to coast format.
Have you ever listened to Coast to Coast?
Like you're talking like Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie?
Yeah. George Norrie's terrible.
I'm not a big fan of George Norrie.
Is fantastic.
I did know. Did you ever listen to any episode with Mark Zicree on Coast to Coast?
Vaguely, I actually vaguely remember that name. So yeah.
He's a sci-fi writer. He worked on I think he was a writer for Sliders. He was a showrunner for season 4. I knew him in LA, which is why I bring it up, because he would always
all those people.
Jerry McConnell married up in the world.
I know one of them. I know whatchamacallit became Gimli for Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Jonathan Rhys Davies.
Jonathan
Rhys Davies became Gimli. Yeah, he's still always going to be Salah to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, from Raiders,
Indiana Jones, from Raiders, and from Crusade, and hopefully this final one, because he's still alive. So this final movie, maybe we'll get to see.
They're going to make another one.
You don't know about that? Yeah, it comes out next year.
Jesus Christ!
Harrison Ford's
going to be another abomination.
No, I don't know. When I say
George
that,
Lucas have involvement?
No, he doesn't have involvement because he sold it. He sold it to Disney with Lucasfilm back in 2012.
That's going to be even worse.
Well, hold on. Spielberg was attached to direct it. He actually backed off directing it, and James Mangold, who did Logan, is now directing Indiana Jones 5.
So, how much do you want to bet that they're going to push Indiana Jones off the cliff within the first 10 minutes of the movie, and he's going to be replaced by his butch lesbian daughter, who goes on an adventure?
Like a trans otherkin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pansexual.
Well, we're not going to know. It's just going to look like
daughter.
A really.
It's just going to be like a really gender neutral, kind of a very androgynous looking person.
No, it's got to be like a bulky woman, but it could be a man.
Like Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, it could be Shia.
It could be Shia. Yeah.
Transition.
Okay. Yeah. That's a thing.
But we don't know.
I think it's going to be fascinating to see where they take it, to be honest with you. But anyway, back to this real quick here. Let me get to this $5 super chat from I know we're all over the place and I love it. H Bart's here. It's odd to think that one day the MCU and DCU actors will all be old. Not really. I mean, Don Cheadle's in his 60s. Robert Downey Jr.'s in his mid 50s. Chris Evans is my age. He's almost 40, right? It's Stan Lee is dead, unfortunately. So I mean, these characters have been around for a long time. They're gonna end up being they're all gonna be old. Ben Affleck's in his 50s, or almost 50. Michael Keaton is almost 70.
That's DC movie.
Well, he says MCU and DCEU actors.
Oh, all right.
So I was just qualifying his statement. Anyway,
I didn't see the DCEU. Nobody cares about the DCEU.
I care about the DCEU, but I care about the Snyderverse. God damn it! The Snyderverse. I get in fucking fights with that shit all the time.
You want Superman to be really just
I want him to be brooding and angry and nihilistic and cynical. I just want to see him like
altruistic character in comic book history. Make him brooding and angry.
I just want to see him hate fuck Lois Lane.
He just blows up cities. He
doesn't. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. That'd be. And then he has to have the journey where he realizes he's an alcoholic. And and it's just but imagine Superman with a midlife crisis. And he's like, I don't even fucking care anymore, man. That fucking hooker's getting beheaded in a corner. I don't even give a shit. I could fucking save her, but you know what?
It doesn't work with Superman of all people.
But the thing is,
he's like a god,
The only idea, but he could still get a depression.
Why doesn't he just take over the earth? He should just make it.
He could take over the earth, and that's the thing I find funny about the characters. He could take over the earth, and he could totally just annihilate everything, right? But he's like a good Kansas Boy Scout. But what if he wasn't? What if he just had a bad day? Do you ever think
that movie? It's called
Brightburn.
Brightburn, yeah. It's kind of bad.
I haven't seen it. I think it's on Netflix right now.
Of course, you haven't seen it, Jarbro. What have you seen?
I haven't
seen everything I bring up to you. You say I haven't seen it. Brightburn, yeah. They did it. It wasn't very good.
I think it was like a $5 million movie that I think it made enough money to warrant getting a sequel. So. There was I think they're working on something where they want to do a Batman spinoff where it's what if Batman was bad?
Yeah. Okay. Owlman. Haven't they already done that?
I don't. Well, no, Night Owl from fucking Watchmen was kind of like that.
Isn't he evil in the alternate universe as Owlman or whatever? That's what I remember.
I don't know.
Been a long time
comics are fucking weird. Comics are weird. They're just weird.
Joker is the superhero.
Oh, Batman White Knight. You're thinking Batman White Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
that-
read the first couple issues. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, that was 50 years ago or something. I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was like 2016. That was so long ago.
Was it then that's not what I'm talking about. The one I'm thinking of is different. They might have remade it again.
I don't know. DC never knows what it's doing. It just needs to
DC is
remake
constantly
everything.
remaking everything, like every
They
2
have
years.
to, yeah. They're just like, oh no.
Instead of writing a new storyline, they just remake the old storyline. See, he agrees with me. Owlman is alternate evil Batman. Thank you, my friend.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. There you go.
I
On
knew
that
it's
one.
right. And Red Hood is the Batman replacement Joker.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Like,
Aren't you
I'll
supposed
watch
to know comics, Jarvis?
No, I'm the fucking movie guy. I'm the movie guy. Comics, movies are a thing that I watch.
All right,
but
so
it's
back
like,
to
but
coast to coast format.
Yeah, because I got some other people that want to jump on in. So let's go to this coast to coast format thing. Do you think I should bring on like schizophrenic individuals who have seen ghosts and or potentially? No, I think that'd be kind of fascinating. But then, how do I attract those people?
How do you attract those people? You got to look for them, Jarvo.
But I don't want. I want them to come to me. I know they exist, but I don't want. They might come to me. But I might. But the thing is, I have to like troll with the right bait. You know, I got to fish with the right bait.
Well, how do you do that?
I'm thinking personally going to like Craigslist's rant and rave section. Have you ever been to that section on Craigslist?
No,
dude, it's fucking nuts.
I would recommend that, Jarbo. I'd recommend on YouTube getting these crazy people, like the woman who believes in the rape of Brent Steiner and wrote a movie.
Oh, that chick's nuts.
Then you get them and you summon them, and then you can't get rid of them after you summon them. So
that's the problem. That's the problem.
It's constant content. You know?
It is constant content. Yeah, it's like, oh, hi, Diane. How did you write another book about Brent fucking Spiner? Should we read a passage?
Yeah, she'll talk about Brent Spiner getting a dildo put up his ass for like 20
I think, knowing me, I would probably want to make it the most uncomfortable conversation I could think of.
Yeah.
And then I would ask really, like, I don't want to say inappropriate.
That's content.
That's content. Yeah, it's constant content on this this platform that's fucking like booting everyone off for having an alternate opinion.
Well, just don't bring up COVID or anything.
Yeah, what? That doesn't exist. I mean, what? No, it totally exists.
They'll totally you'll just be booted right off YouTube. It doesn't matter.
I mean, well, no. I can talk about COVID, but I can't. I have to, like, you know.
Can't put it in your title.
Yeah. It's like, ooh, the bed bug or the beer virus is what people were calling it for a while. Because they were like, we can't talk about it because it's going to get demonetized. And then enough people complained to where YouTube's like, okay, fine, we'll monetize Corona content. They actually first said no, and then enough people complained to where they did change.
Monetize Corona?
Yeah, you could, because what it was is people were like, I'm talking about COVID. I cover the news. I can't get any money on that. And then YouTube's like, well, okay, so it's such a big deal and it's a worldwide issue. We'll allow you to monetize it, provided that you and that you end up, you know, like, it's not spreading disinformation.
Huh.
So
disinformation.
You know, well,
what they have decided is disinformation.
Well, yeah, I guess whatever the CDC.
Even though we don't know anything when it's convenient, we don't know anything. But
I think we know a lot more now than we did a year ago.
Well,
I would argue.
True. I think we'd agree on that.
I think you know, like we're getting a one and done Johnson and Johnson virus, right? No tears edition.
Yes. Yeah. They're going to do that vaccine. That's not going to work. And they're going to say, oh, a new variant. Every like month now it's been.
Well, they've been saying new variants for,
and it's like, yeah, that's how viruses work. That, I mean, you already knew this was going to happen with the new variants. Yeah, I don't understand what they're talking about.
They're just going to keep making vaccines, and Johnson and Johnson and Pfizer are going to keep making billions of dollars.
Yeah,
so
probably.
You know, that's what it's going to boil down to. But hey, listen, man, if people can, like, you know, like, finally take off their fucking masks and go out and do shit, I think people are going to be okay with that. You know, just like, got to get my yearly flu shot, also my yearly COVID shot. And then there's Bill Gates microchips controlling
Yeah, I know you live in California. You're not gonna have a
No,
choice.
I don't live in California, dude.
Or Washington. Sorry.
I live in Washington. I don't live that far away
Whatever.
from.
It's whatever. It's the West Coast.
I'm like 60 miles away from Bill Gates's house.
It might as well be a dystopian fucking.
It is not.
planet.
I live in the forest, man. I have deer in my yard every day. It's fucking paradise out here.
You say so.
Yeah, I mean, kind of is until that asshole.
Until Bill Gates knocks on your door.
If Bill Gates knocks on my door and he's like, I want to buy your property, and by that I mean your body for science, I'd be like, wait, do I get to live? And I'm like, yeah, all right, yeah, here you go, man. Like, what do I care once I'm dead?
Someone is asking if you've ever seen a ghost.
You know what, Matt? You know what, Matt? I have actually.
See, there you go. Now we got.
Yeah, but apparently somebody wants to like fucking fight me, I guess.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Do you want to hang out? Do you want to hang out for this one or?
Sure, why not?
All right. I don't know what's
you want
going
me to
on.
hang out for it? All right.
I don't know.
Whatever,
I don't know. Who's this?
Sure.
Who's this movie man guy? I don't know who he is. He wants to. He says.
I hope it's.
He wants to fight. He says he's like, let's chat. If I'm not scared, what would I be scared over? I don't understand.
Oh, shit. No.
Hi.
I don't want to fight. It's just hi, Matt.
Do I know you? Have we talked before?
No. I don't think you know me personally.
Okay. Now I do.
Paranoid, man. He thinks like you're really going to bring it. He thinks you're going to dox him.
Nah, that's already happened.
Docs. No, nobody's doxing.
It's just like, no, I just wanted to call into the show, you fucking lunatic.
Yeah, you fucking psycho. All right. So why would I be scared to talk to you? I don't understand that.
No, I said that because I kept requesting and I kept getting nothing back. So I said,
Oh, well, if you're coming into StreamYard from a mobile device, it's a little bit like it's a little bit hectic. And then also we were chit-chatting, so I kind of get to it as time goes on. I know I don't have a time.
Trying to explain away his paranoia.
No,
Don't worry, it's not Ethan Ralph.
No. I invite that.
It's
you
not
guys know I invite that. That would just be boring.
Come on, that'd be exciting.
What would we talk about? Anime characters' birthdays?
Sighting?
One quick question.
Sorry.
Sorry. I asked this in the chat. What's the deal with the Unabomber thing? Like,
it's the Uniboulder.
Okay, the Uniboulder.
Yeah. So okay. So are you new here?
I'm not new to I've seen your stuff for a few years. I'm not new to you.
Okay. A couple years ago, I got into some trouble a couple years ago. I'm
aware of some of your trouble. Yeah.
Okay. So you probably, the big one is the flagging. All right.
Yes, the flagging. Yes.
So one of the things when people were accusing me of like flagging down Ralph's show, which I didn't do. This is that, and that is real. I didn't do it.
You know what? I think I'm already starting to get it.
Yeah. So I was out with afternoon. I was
the Uniflagger.
No, the Uniboulder, because I was out with my girlfriend and my daughter and my dad and my sister's boyfriend collecting rocks for a landscaping project. And I said we were out picking boulders because I just wasn't thinking about it. So I just said boulders. And then for some reason, like everyone like fucking latched onto that shit. They latched onto it and it became this like massive thing. And so somebody the day after the controversy happened, like where the whole shit was hitting the fan, someone, I don't know who, made this image and posted it on, I believe it was 8chan's locale board at the time. So they posted it to the locale board. And I saw that because somebody sent it to me and I just fucking loved it. Right? Despite all the bullshit, like everyone coming down on me saying all this shit about me, I found fucking hilarity.
And you didn't like the Boulder King, huh?
Yeah, well, there's the Boulder King and whatever, but then like just someone's like, oh, the Uniboulder. And there's been variants of this whole issue of this whole fucking thing, that my friend made. I'll see if I have a couple of them. So it's we got this one here. Turn off that pesky ad block someone had made, which is pretty fucking funny. There is what is this one here? I think
that
this
one's
one
real
is
to life. Look at that one.
Yeah. That one's was this one the Tonka play button as a joke? Tonka's play button, right? That was a whole thing where Tonka was trying to go after my silver play button.
Yeah.
So people made again. There's I don't know which one this one here is.
Do you have one with you fighting Tonka?
No, I don't know when we fighting Tonka. Here's one without Tonka, but like just a silver play button in there.
So you have the one with you in the crown on top of the boulder. That's my favorite one.
Oh, this one? Yeah, this was actually made again like the day after. This one right here. Yeah. Yeah, my friend.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. My friend from Australia, Varg, actually made that one for me. He thought it was pretty fucking funny. There's this one right. That's a good one. There's this one here that somebody made. The Jihadi Jarbo.
Yeah, that was which is Kinley.
That was I forget who made that one. There's a lot that I've seen over there.
Kinley very infamously used that picture in his documentary about him.
Oh, I'm sure he did. But no. It wasn't him who made that. It was that Porcelain. Porcelain.
Somebody
Porcelain made it first. Yeah. Porcelain made some documentary about Sargon, and that ended up then they made that image. I thought that was really fucking funny. Did you enjoy
your Jihadi Jarbo video?
What, the one from Todd McKinley?
And Sargon, yeah. All about you.
No, I don't. No, I don't really watch videos made about me.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I don't. There's been so many that have been made. I don't know.
Come on, Jarbo.
Hold on. What's this one right here? Oh, here we go. This is the habitable zone. Too hot, too cold, just right. Because people giving me shit over being like a fence sitter. There's a lot of good memes. I have a few of these saved. The funnier ones I fucking keep, dude. Fucking. There's some ones that are really good. There's some ones that are really mean. Oh, this one's great.
Yeah, there's a lot of mean ones.
There's a
lot. I gotta look
at
the stream. I keep looking at the stream and not in the stream yard.
This one here,
the Boulder Town one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. There's some again. There's been some fun ones.
Gamergate ones. Isn't there a Gamergate one of you in a car somewhere driving off?
I don't remember.
To Kekistan.
I don't remember that one. But yeah, movie man. That's the whole the Unabomber Uniboulder thing. I just kind of ran with it and kind of co-opted it into something funny that I've had a lot of fun laughing at for the last couple of years. I mean,
in context, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, like, in context, it's pretty fucking funny. It's old mundane Matt lore, you know. And now that mundane Matt is hold on. Here's one. This is a good one. This is my all-time favorite. My all-time favorite one. This is the one. This was drawn by Mr. Mediker's girlfriend, or maybe his wife now. Jade.
This is drawn by Jade.
Drawn by Jade. This is from
Did
2014.
You know that Brian Dunn introduced Mr. Mediker to his wife?
Well,
did you know that?
Because no, I didn't have that.
You talk to Brian, he'll tell you that.
No. The last couple of times I've talked to him, he was just asking me about Danny's lines.
Oh, you're a liar. He's definitely telling you that he introduced Jade to Tim. And now they're married. I know it.
Ryan here in the chat says there's one of me as Jabba the Hutt. You know what? I'm sure that one exists. Do you feel like Jim betrayed everybody? No. Well, I think Jim is definitely
2.0 now.
No, I don't think he's Spoonie 2.0. Spoonie's at least going to live.
Oh.
No, and I do feel as much as I look. The thing with Jim is, he made some comments about me that have had some serious, people attempt shit real life type stuff, right? Because he tried framing this old story about me when I was 15, getting booted out of church, and he tried framing it like I had.
Yes, everybody knows the story with you with the knife and the.
Yeah. Well, the knife, and then of course that doesn't make it any better because let me find this image down.
Jarbo, nobody really believes that story, Jarbo.
What? Oh, of
nobody believes that story.
No, it's my side of it's 100% true, dude. Fucking. Don't say that. I'm telling. No, I'm fucking.
Just let it go. That nobody believes it.
I don't give a shit you believe me or not, man. But people
nobody
fucking try.
A 14-year-old girl was begging you to impregnate her, and then made up a story that you held her and her brother at night.
No, it was not that I made it. It was not that I held her and her brother. It was that I held her. But she had told me that story from before. And it didn't dawn on me until literally like 20 years later. I'm like, oh my God, she was fucking.
This girl named Faith Vickers?
No. No.
Yes, I'm pretty sure she had a story like that.
Yeah, and does anyone believe her either? I mean, Jesus. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But this one, I'll tell you. No, fuck. I tell you this. This one didn't do me any fucking favors. This one here, from when this image here is from when my girlfriend's car was stolen. It was stolen and it was wrecked. And the guy who stole the car left this knife in the car. So, by the way, I contacted the authorities. I'm like, hey, we found this knife in the car, and they're like, okay, cool. And I still have the knife because they never came and got it.
That picture doesn't exactly help.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. I meant it as more of a joke because I was fucking furious because I had to go and spend we had just bought the car 2 months earlier, and then it got stolen and it got wrecked, and and then I had to pay $500 to get it, to junk it essentially, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding! I was so mad. And everything else. So yeah, that was just this is okay. Cause I don't think the guy, I don't think he walked away happy, and that part's the only thing that gives me solace at this point. So, but anyway, yeah, there's that. oh God, Ryan, you son of a bitch. Okay. Ryan found the Jabba the Hutt image. I'm going to bring it up here. He's in the background. We'll bring him in here in a few. Jesus Christ. All right, the things I do for you fucking people. Here we go. Here we go.
Stop lying.
This is a funny one.
Yeah, that's
you gotta take it in stride.
I think there's a better one out there where it's actually drawn.
I think so. Yeah, like I said, there was a lot of memes of me that were drawn, and there's one of me it's almost like a kawaii version of me, but it's I'm naked.
What?
And they drew me with they drew me with better proportions than I actually physically have, which was it looked more like something you would fap to versus something that was meant to be mean. You know what I mean? It was a weird one. Somebody made me an image of they put me on a Lego figure. That was pretty fucking funny.
I've seen memes where it was reversed and you were Princess Leia. And
yeah, I've seen that one.
I haven't. Now I got to see that one. Now I got to see that one.
Yeah, there's a Star Wars one with Sargon and stuff. It's a Gamergate one.
Oh my God! Let me see this. I have not seen that image. Let me.
I'm telling you.
I do know that there's Jarbo the Hutt, who made a lot of images. This guy is really interesting to me because what is this? Oh, fuck, Jesus. Here, I'll bring it up. Jarbo the Hutt did. He it's not it's not that it looks like me. It's just he took Jabba and he put glasses and a fucking beard on it, and this was his moniker for a long period of time. And he made a lot of
funny, but it doesn't look like anyone.
But he actually bought the domain jarbothehut.com.
Yes.
I don't know if it's still active. I don't think it is. Still.
I think he's given up on it.
No, he hasn't. I know that he has given up on it to an extent because he went after Ralph, right? So right now, Jarbo the Hutt.
Yeah, Ralph's having a lot of problems right now.
Yeah, there's nothing on jarbothehut.com.
I do have to admit, I was one of those guys back in the day that was giving you tons of shit over the whole, flagging thing.
Yeah, a lot of people were. Those guys. A lot of people were.
Yeah,
and the thing is, the thing is, I'm not I understand it, and at no point am I I get it. I fucked up. I'm not sitting there and no, don't make fun of me and shit.
Here's the question: does it make you angry when Ralph admits that he mass flags all these channels and nothing happens to him?
A little bit. Okay, here's the mundane rap one.
Oh yeah, that's a good
one. This one was a little mean spirited. I'm not gonna lie. This one was a little bit. I was I'm all I could appreciate the art, but man, you're a dick.
That was the one, huh?
That wasn't the. That was.
It's so grotesque.
It is pretty gross. I think.
Yeah, and then of course one of my personal favorite moments was when the Jarbo cartel came into existence. What this was, and the lore to this, which is pretty funny, is that Black Pigeon Speaks was, I think he was on the kill stream, and like this was after. So Kraut and T made a video criticizing Black Pigeon Speaks for more or less like plagiarism, and because what Black Pigeon Speaks would do is he would take full sections of articles and he would read them off in his script, in his video, without actually like saying that they came from another source. So it's very murky.
Yeah, he still does that.
He still does it. Yeah. So anyway, so I retweeted Kraut's video. Well, anyway, I retweeted Kraut's video, and that fucking sent Black Pigeon Speaks off, because apparently he had like defended me, but I had like no idea. And so that set him off, and then he goes like, but the Jarbo cartel, they're out there and they're mass flagging people, and somebody needs to stop him. And I'm like, wait, I'm not doing anything. What are you talking about? Like, so because I know Kraut and I'm friends with Kraut, and all this shit, he started saying like the Jarbo cartel, and running with this narrative that I'm like leading this group of flaggers that is just systematically like taking people out.
Now, is that true? Did you work?
Like that's your whole mission is to flag everybody.
Yeah, clearly my report history hasn't changed in 2.5 years. Clearly that's what I'm up to.
Did you have you worked with other people to take other channels down?
No. No, not at all, man.
Let's get it on the table, Jarbo. Did that happen?
No, not at all, man.
So it was just you.
It was those 13 videos were all me.
Well, Mr. Better caught you don't.
There was definitely an organized thing to go against him, though. Completely honest. Like I was one of those guys. I thought the whole flagging thing was ridiculous, and I said my bullshit. But there was definitely like organized channels dedicated to like, let's all go on it at once and flag the shit.
Oh yeah, no, there was a lot of interesting stuff with that. So what people don't realize, and I've talked about this before, but it's true, is in the months leading up to the Killstream incident, there was actually people that were flagging other people that were critical of me. And honest to God, it wasn't me doing it at first. It was I don't know who.
You know how this is gonna come off, Jeff.
No, I know how it sounds. I don't give a shit anymore. It's been 2.5 years. Like fuck off. But it's like there was a group of people that called themselves the Anime Mafia, and they wanted me to run this kind of like anti-blood sports program that would like counter Ralph and counter Andy and counter Tonka.
This is because more Jarbo. This is 3.5 years ago. Maybe.
No, it's not even 3 years yet. It's just now hitting 3 years since. Because it happened. Well, it happened in August of 2018. It's so. But I first met.
Your internet doesn't forget, bro.
You don't forget. You don't really forget a lot of shit. Trust me. So the idea here though is they wanted me to run this counter program. Yes. To everything. Like, and so I didn't, but I talked to them for a while. And at this point, it was right around the same time. Like, I never knew who Godwinson was until he made a video about me and it got flagged down. And I didn't do it, but I got blamed for it. And then a lot of other videos, I think, I forget who it was. Like, that's how I learned about Dame Pesos originally. And he's the one, I'll fully admit, he's the one who got under my skin the most. He really did.
Why Dame?
I don't know what it was. Like, but he's
bring you great joy that Dame has disappeared off the face of planet.
I find it to be interesting, but by the end, him and I follow each other on Twitter. Because of the whole Ralph blow up. Like, Dame actually like followed me on Twitter. We talked privately a little bit. And I don't want to say squash the beef, but enough to kind of go like, all right, my enemy is my friend in this situation. Let's fuck with Ralph a little bit by following each other. And that was it. But if you go,
this was starting a few months ago.
This was a few months ago. Yeah. And
it was created to destroy Ralph.
Fucking, I mean, more or less it was just a mess of them, but yeah, like Dame and I still follow each other. He hasn't been active since Biden won the election. But that's the fucking truth of it. It's some wild shit, dude. The lore all went crazy. Jarbo the Hutt made a full fucking album about me. There are 2 for sale fucking albums about me, musical albums. Right?
Do you feel honored by that?
It is surreal, to be honest with you. It is surreal.
It's a shame that you can't get in on some of the action. Unfortunately,
I don't think there was much action, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not that interested.
I'd be kind of honored that I live rent free in so many people's minds.
Well, it's like there's a weird kind of flattery with it, to be honest with you. Because it's like so many people, because what it was is I became this like lightning rod for hatred for a lot of other people for a lot of things. And a lot of people.
Well, let's be real. The reality is that Daddy Jim told people you were bad.
Well,
you were bad.
And there were
said it, or any of those other people who had said it.
No one would have given a shit. Yeah.
Nobody would have cared. So you got unlucky, Jarbo. But
well, and the thing is, like, and that was the thing too, is like once Kill All Pedos made that video, The Ballad of Ethan Ralph, and Jim said it was 10 out of 10. Like, that changed the fucking
too. You see what happens?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You don't have internet friends.
Jim is still in control from his deathbed.
Yeah. One day. One day we'll be free of Daddy Jim, I guess. Ralph still won't have a father, but there we go. But he won't be a father either because he's never going to see his fucking kid. Which is, I actually feel kind of bad about that. Like, I do feel bad about that because I don't know what life would be like if I couldn't see my kids. But at the same time, it's like, dude, the tax man's gonna come. The fucking CPS child fucking support people.
He lives. They're gonna,
right? Well, no, because they're gonna hit him because he had to claim when he got the lawyer over the revenge porn charge that he made $70,000 a year. So he's putting into public record.
Look at you, up to date on the Ralph lore.
I get DMs from people like
you don't know anything.
I get DMs from like one specific person who will keep me abreast of what's going on. And so I do hear certain things, but I don't. And occasionally I will admit, occasionally I surf the farms. Occasionally I just look to see what's happening and then I dip out. Like as I'm laying in bed, like, all right, what's happening with some of these people? Like I check on Baked. I'll check on Ralph. I check on Fuentes for some reason.
So
I'm just kind of, because it's like, I'm just waiting for that next thing to happen with him, Because, okay, I'll put it to you like this. So Baked, I Baked and when I was hanging out with the Anime Mafia one night, we actually, we jumped over to a Baked Alaska stream because they invited me to go with them. So I jumped over to that with them and I left a comment in the chat and I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, oh shit, dude, fucking Mundane Matt. And then he emailed me afterward to say, hey, thank you for stopping by. Right. He sent me this very friendly email to say, hi, I saw you were in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. And I was like, it was a nice gesture. It was a nice thing. Right. And so I'm like, I think because of that, like I look at where Baked is now and I just kind of want him to like drop the white nationalist bullshit, but
that's never going to happen.
Yeah, I know. That's where he makes his fucking money. But
you don't want Baked to like die like you want Ethan Ralph to die.
I don't even really want Ethan Ralph to die because where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that?
Jarbo, I know you.
I don't want
a little bit. You want Ethan Ralph to die and burn in hell.
I don't want anyone to die, but I don't care what happens to them. Let's just leave it at that.
What?
I don't care. Like, there's people out there who want me to fucking die. I've got the fucking handwritten death threat to fucking prove it.
I suppose he's living in hell. I don't find anything interesting with Ralph anymore. I find it
what is there interesting about him though? At all, period. It's like
there was a lot of interesting going on, but
when you drunkenly release your own sex tape to own to own some like online idiot who pretty much admitted to sending like CP and getting CP and shit is like, what the fuck?
What about
I'm pretty sure when people say they want you to die, Matt, I don't think they truly believe that.
Oh no, I got a handwritten postcard mailed to my home.
I'm sure you did a whole death note. I bet you.
Like Brian.
But
when he got that letter mailed to him. Jesus. Yeah, no, I know. The thing with that though is I never believed that King of Pole got that. He never got a knife.
You don't believe he got blood runes in the mail?
No, because the thing was, because he's
A
like, I
blood
was sent.
back
He's like, I was sent a death threat, and there was a knife. He played up the knife because like there was a picture of a knife that he put up next to the he held in his hand. But it's like if you look at the knife had burn marks on it, and it appeared to be like resin, like from cleaning out a bowl. And if you look at the letter was cut open by a knife. You could tell because there was like serrated edges, right? It was torn, like it was cut with something with serrated edges, and the knife had serrated edges. And I'm like, dude, he might have got mailed a letter. I don't know, whatever. But the knife was not part of the equation, but he let people think that it was part of the equation.
Well, see, this stuff you remember well. See, we got to just bring up.
I had a 2-hour conversation with the gamer from Mars a few weeks ago. Because they're putting together a Gamergate documentary.
Gamer
and he wanted
from Mars.
The gamer from Mars, Art. Yeah, he's putting together a Gamergate documentary, and he interviewed me for 2 hours over it.
A Gamergate documentary?
Yeah, he wants to talk about Gamergate, and I'm like, all right, dude. Like that was a long time ago. That was almost 7 years ago. You know,
it's still relevant today. I think.
Is it? Is Gamergate still relevant today?
Nothing about Gamergate is relevant today, man. Like nothing. I mean, look, none of the people that were relevant in Gamergate are going after journalists anymore. Right? So if Gamergate's still relevant,
not Anita, definitely not.
Well, Anita has, I mean, at this point everyone hates Anita, right? Like she came out and attacked Mandalorian. Like, are you stupid? You don't fucking talk.
Are you just saying are you insulting our Queen Anita? Yeah. Queen Anita, she won the culture war, right?
There's a segment of the culture that loves Anita for whatever reason.
Yeah, come on now.
Well, the thing is, Anita comes out and she talks shit about the Mandalorian, and then that pissed off everybody, right? I'm just saying, like, you can piss off gamers all you want. Don't fuck with Star Wars fans. Mad.
I thought you didn't like that bitch either.
I really do not like Anita at all. But I've also said, like,
the Star Wars show. What's her name again?
Oh, Gina Carano.
Yeah,
I have nothing against Gina Carano. Like,
Gina Carano thing.
All I said about Gina Carano was like they told her to shut the fuck up. She wouldn't shut the fuck up, and I'm like, all right, like she posted something that was able to be weaponized against her, and the company had to act. That's what it was. I don't like it. I prefer her to be back on the show. I like her character quite a bit, but I'm still was stupid. But for some reason, people out there, even though I keep saying, I'll start off going like, I didn't want her fired, but she fucked up. And then it's like, they don't hear, but I don't want her fired. They hear she fucked up and they go, rah, 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 and they freak out on me. It's the weirdest shit.
Yeah. Well, Jarbo, you have a very controversial opinions.
Yeah. Apparently
that should be a controversial opinion, though.
Yeah. You're supposed to be the most woke motherfucker.
No, the most.
That should be the most obvious thing in the world.
Isn't that what it was supposed to be?
No, it's the most red-pilled motherfucker is what someone on 4chan said.
That was me off. Sometimes I think, Matt, you're insane, and sometimes I think you're right on, and that's what pisses me off.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from people. They're like, why? Like I'm part of the Snyder Cut fandom, and because I really want to see Snyder Cut, and then I love going into like the hardcore, What?
The Snyder Cut stuff?
Dude, it's gonna be fucking lit, man. Fucking March 18th, man.
Why doesn't he just make the
Zack Snyder is a very, very talented director, dude. He really
did you yeah, well no, he is gonna release a black and white version of Justice League.
I believe that. Because that's how the movie is shot for black and white. It's not shot.
And it looks really good in black and white too. I love it when they can make the black and white work really well.
Yeah.
And so it's which is really odd because it's like we got away from black and white like all those years ago, and then now it's like, ooh, that's pretty niche. But anyway, I like to go into like I have friends who are like huge Snyder Cut fanboys, and I'll go on their live streams, and the chat is just full of Snyder Cut fans, and then I'll just go like, yeah, but you guys don't know if this movie's gonna suck. And then just to watch them freak the fuck out because like, no, you can't say that.
The thing is, it's set up to fail because the whole myth of the Snyder Cut has been set up for so many years that there's no way it's gonna, meet anybody's expectations.
Do you really think the movie will be much better?
Well, considering that it's gonna be, we only saw 20% of what Zack Snyder shot in the 2017 movie. and that movie was a hard 2-hour cut. This is a 4-hour and 2-minute version. It's going to be like a
4
whole
hours,
new movie.
2 minutes.
4 hours and 2 minutes.
Oh my god, that sounds like a
way
fucking
better than
slog,
what we.
man.
Oh, I can't wait. I told my girlfriend, I'm like, it comes out on the 18th. It's probably going to drop at midnight, and I'm not fucking sleeping. So, like,
Are you still crowing about that remake for the recut, the director's cut for what the fuck was the name? Fantastic Four.
No, when did I ever ask? Oh, for the Trank cut?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I think I maybe jokingly said it, but like, I would watch it. I would watch it. I don't care. That movie was terrible. I don't give it.
You don't believe in the body horror of the Fantastic Four?
Hold on. Are you talking about Fant Four Stick?
Yeah, Fan Four Stick. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no saving that movie. A miracle. Jesus coming down from heaven couldn't have saved that movie.
I mean, I would like to see what Josh Trank originally shot. I would, even if it was an unfinished cut, just to get an idea, because what we saw, I fucking hated. So I just I've watched it one time back in 2015. I never even bought it ironically, just to add to my collection. I just never fucking liked it, and I think it's even on Disney Plus now. And I'm just like, just delete from existence. Just get rid of it.
Just forget it.
Yeah. I mean, like, Dark Phoenix was actually a fun movie. This one was just bad.
What was this one now?
Dark Phoenix, the last X-Men movie.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But there was one after that one?
No. I thought Dark Phoenix was. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun for what it was.
Yeah, it was.
But Fan Forstick was like, it was bad. Fan Forstick was bad. Like, not as bad as Ghostbusters 20. But I'm not going down that fucking pathway.
God,
I'm not going down that pathway.
Ghostbusters.
Which, by the way, what do you think is going to happen with Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Oh, dude, I think it's going to be fucking sick, man. And so I'll tell you why.
Good?
I think it's going to be good. So it is a Ghostbusters 3. All right. Well, technically, it might even be Ghostbusters 4. So a couple of years ago at Comic-Con,
was 3.
Well, the game, people said the game was 3, but at Comic-Con a couple of year ago, Ivan Reitman was at a panel, and I was actually there when he announced that the game was no longer canon. And I'm surprised that he said this, but this was a year after Ghostbusters 2016 came out. And I was literally surprised that, like, this story didn't blow the fuck up. I didn't make a big deal about it, even though I have the footage even right here on my desktop of that exchange. But then with Afterlife, now we're finding out that the game has kind of been recanonized because it actually, like, it might tie into the game because of the cult. The guy who created the building in the first movie, his cult was actually responsible for the ooze or the slime going into New York in number 2. And that played in with number 3. And his name is Ivar Shandor. And in the trailer for Afterlife, we see the young girl and her friend walking away from Shandor Mine. So they're going to tie it in. Like, that was an Easter egg for diehard fans. So they're tying that shit in back to the first movie. They may not go the cult route, but they're definitely going to be tying it into the building. So I have a feeling like Gozer and Zool are going to be coming back.
I think there's going to be tons of fan service stuff.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
There's no way in hell that
I don't know any of that. I didn't know any of that, Jarbo. So I.
Well, okay. So here's the thing: is Jason Reitman, who directed this movie, wrote and directed Afterlife, is literally the very first Ghostbusters fanboy. So, because his father, Ivan Reitman, directed 1 and 2, and in Ghostbusters 2, Jason Reitman cameoed as one of the kids at the birthday party that in the beginning of that movie. So this fucking guy has spent his whole life around Ghostbusters, and like, so him coming in to do it is like the one person I think who could probably pull it off well.
All right.
So okay, Curano
I don't
here
know
is,
anything about it.
Yeah, it's a lot there. He says, doesn't this fall into the too much world building and sequels critique that I have? I mean, it all depends on how they handle it, right? It all depends on how they handle it. Some movies do very terribly with world building in the sequel. They tried to go too far with it. It just becomes too much and like it's not a core story. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with it. But You know, I see your point. I'll wait and see. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you both go because I got to get to 2 more people, and then I'm gonna go to fucking bed.
All right.
But this was a good conversation.
I'm upset this wasn't a fight.
All right, Matt.
You want to get
real quick, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, real quick.
Yeah.
Could I say one quick thing?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was one of those shitty trolls, and I'm just gonna say I'm sorry because I've been seeing some of your stuff more recently. You know, I was being kind of a shit poster, kind of an asshole back then, and I'm just saying I'm sorry, and I get the whole thing, you know.
No, I get it, dude. It's, you know what? It's all good. I appreciate that. Everyone fucks up, myself 100%, like all the time. I think what it boils down to is like, it's really difficult in the age of the internet where we are right now in many ways to kind of like, once there's a narrative that's set, it's kind of hard sometimes to get away from that. And a lot of people, I'm not saying you specifically, but I do know people that like were friends of mine that I had like hung out with a month earlier at VidCon, not even a month, like literally like a couple weeks, no, it was about a month earlier at VidCon, that absolutely threw me under a bus and refused to speak with me for 6 months. They didn't talk to me. And one of them, and I'll say who the fuck it is. It was Magog of Morskar. And so I don't talk to him anymore. Because he told me, he's like, I just,
that?
he's an anti-ST Magog of Morskar. He's like a necromancer from another dimension. It's a weird fucking, it's a whole thing.
Oh, is that a wrestling? Was that a wrestling show too?
No. He's like a necromancer that lives in a different dimension that somehow has access to the internet, and he does reactions to like.
Yeah, he's in costume, right?
Yeah, with like yeah. But he's not a wrestller. But anyway,
he did wrestling shows on there too. You know,
I don't fucking know. Maybe he's doing that now. I don't know what he's up to.
Okay.
But we had hung out at VidCon just weeks earlier. He came out to VidCon in part because I was going to be there. We were going to hang out. And then when this whole thing went down, he stopped talking to me for 6 months, just not talk to me. And he finally messaged me again. And he says, I didn't talk to you because I was afraid it was going to hurt my business. Not a private message telling me this ahead of time, which I would totally understand it. You know what I mean? I get it. People are afraid of guilt by association. If people came out and made defense videos of me or whatever, they would get fucking swarmed and attacked, because there were people in Ralph's Discord that were, there was 3,000 people in the Spike Club Discord.
Right.
I know because I had an alt account that was in there paying attention.
Yeah.
Because I'd been told that they were like mass flagging my content. I wanted to see it for myself. No, I didn't go into any of the chat rooms. I just looked at the thing, but I was in there and I saw them like organizing to flag my content or to dislike my content.
Right.
There was one guy in there who was attempting to locate my family members.
Corey Barnhill.
Not Corey Barn here. No. Zoom follows me now too, which is really which is really weird. On Twitter. Not a big fan. Zoom is one. You know what? Zoom is Zoom. I leave it be. But there were people in Ralph's Discord who were organizing to flag shit, to dislike shit. They posted photos of my girlfriend, photos of my kid, photos of my house. They were trying to find my grandparents. They were trying to find any family members they could find. They were literally.
I believe it all.
One guy's like, oh, I found Matt's grandfather. And I'm like, he doesn't even have the same fucking last name as me. So like, no, you didn't. And my grandpa Jarbo's been dead since like 93. So it's like, you found a grave site in Washington. Good for you.
They wanted to visit the grave.
Yeah.
Well, Ralph's fans are that crazy, man. At that time.
What?
I'm just saying, it's like the shit that they were fucking doing.
Doxing. He had the ultimate doxing service.
Yeah. I know, and that's the thing too. He had it anyway. Yeah, sorry, it just pisses me off. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Just before you go, no, I was one of those shit posters. Like I would just say like, oh, man,
he was doxing you. He's gonna
no, doxing, no, nothing, nothing like that. No, just being a smart ass in comments and shit.
Were you in Ralph's Discord?
Nothing malicious like that. No, never.
You're not a Ralph fan.
He's like, I have standards, sir. I will shit post, but I will not degrade myself further. Good day.
I would never freaking threaten or anything disgusting like that. Like, I started to see disgusting stuff coming your way, you know?
Yeah, there was a lot of shit, dude. There was a lot of fucking shit that a lot of people don't realize happened. Like the guy who bought 2,500 subscribers for my channel and then like bragged about it. He bragged about it. And his name was Max Sand. That's the name he went by. So he
bought subscribers.
He bought 2,500 subscribers for the channel.
What do you mean buy? Like, how do you buy them?
Well, there's services you can go to, right? There's services you can go to that allow you to buy, you know, subs or buy likes or whatever the fuck it is. Okay,
so like
a ton of that.
Fake subs.
Yeah, these are not real subs. So what happened was there were people that were, because at the time, Social Blade would allow you to, you know, kind of like live view someone's sub count up or down, right? So there were people that were running like live streams watching my sub count just drop, you know, which was the thing at the time. So I don't really like care. It was a thing a lot of people were doing.
I did it.
So there was like people were watching the sub count drop. So then what happened is this guy comes in and he purchases like 2,000 or 2,500. I think it was 2,500, but he buys a lot of fucking subs. And then he posts them, right? And so when he does that, he goes, what is it? He basically comes over to my comment section and then fucking brags about it. Right. Okay. So he bragged about it. So then a lot of people were blaming me for having done this. Like, oh, why would you, like, you bought subs, And I'm like, no.
Any of this, Jarbo. And I'm like, you know who I am. I categorize lives. I don't remember this.
Oh, yeah, this was right back on you. Okay.
Yeah. So everyone's like, why would you buy subs? I'm like, why would I buy subs? That is literally the stupidest thing in the fucking world, because it doesn't do anything. Yeah. It just is so stupid. Like, come the fuck on. But people they wanted to believe, they just wanted to believe that I was going to go and buy my own subs as a way to kind of get around the whole fucking, I'm losing everything. I gotta maintain. And it's
because like the time, to be honest, you were like the devil, and like in the whole, like, at least the whole area around YouTube I was around, like, people hated you, and it was a whole thing about, like, you know, you are the scum of the fucking earth.
Oh yeah,
thing. And you know.
I got a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Around hating you sparked up, you know.
Well, and the thing is, people really wanted to find a way to, you know, to come at me, and I get it, right? Like they wanted to find what they could find, and so they started looking into everything that they could. They started really trying to, you know, they really made a lot of reaches in some cases. That was just like, holy fucking shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? And it was just kind of ridiculous. You know, so it's like, you had people like Joy Sparkle come out and do like, I think she did like 31 videos on me or something. You know, like I was at Penny Arcade Expo with Jeff Holiday a couple weeks after the whole incident. And then we walked past.
Great choice of company, Jeff Holiday.
We walked past this boulder, and he's like, dude, try to like he's like, let's get a picture of you picking up the boulder. And I'm like, okay.
Is that where that was from?
That's where the image came from, where I'm like, ah, right. You know, and then he goes like, and then I posted that, and fucking Joy Sparkle was all like, oh, Mundane Matt mocks the victims. And I'm like, what? Mocks the victims? What the fuck are you talking about? You know? And it's just like whatever people could come up with, because it was algorithmic gold for a brief period of fucking time.
Right.
I could tell you exactly where I first heard about you from.
Okay.
It was from the Drunken Peasants.
Yeah. Was it the one where I said I liked Adam Sandler movies?
I don't. It was the one. It was the one where the scandal first broke about the the whole banning thing. That's when I really became aware of
The wait, the what, the Zoe Quinn DMCA?
it. It was the whole like the DMCAing thing and banning and all that stuff.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it was from that show though. It's a great show, but they're not so nice to you.
No, the reason why Ben and I don't get along is because we were at that same night we were at Penny Arcade Expo. We were having dinner. It was like Chris Raygun, Jeff Holiday, Mr. Repsion, Billy the Fridge, Ben, and I, and we were talking about Dick Masterson. And I, I'm like, look, because Dick Masterson was mad at me because I backed Maddox in the lawsuit thing, right? Whatever. And so, he was coming at me after all that shit.
Stupid move.
I mean, look, to an extent, I get why Maddox did what he did. I've been to Maddox's house. I've seen a lot of stuff that he has categorized. So I don't.
So let's talk about that then. And while I have you here, have you ever seen anything? There was a huge conspiracy during our conspiracy arc there, where people were saying that 80s girl was a cam girl or something, and that Maddox has pictures of that. Have you seen these alleged pictures?
Fuck if I know. No, he was just showing me what he was just showing me some of the
Jarbo. let's
he was just showing me like a lot of the shit that it was found, like, that people have said to him, like on like how, like the stuff that Dick has said, stuff his people have said.
Categorizing stuff about Dick.
The idea, what you have to understand though is Maddox, if there's ever been like, because the thing is, like, he filed a lawsuit, so he had to go and collect data, right?
Right.
So so he's got screenshots of like fucking everything.
Are you celebrating the fall of Dick Masterson? Yeah.
Is there a fall of Dick Masterson? I don't know.
Oh yes, Dick Masterson was thoroughly destroyed.
Guys, I hate to interrupt. I'm sorry, but I have to hear the continuation. Like, what was that about Billy the Fridge and Ben from Drunken?
Well, yeah. So, I
have to hear this.
So basically, it was just like we were talking, and I had said, I'm like, because Dick was mad at me, and I'm like, look, I've told Dick that I will talk to him privately. We'll have a conversation privately. And Ben was like, no, like, you guys should come on my show and do it. And I'm like, no, we should fucking do it on, we should just have a conversation, just fucking have a conversation privately, whatever. And then I'm like, look, I kind of feel like fucking, I'm like, I said, Dick is being a bit of a pussy on this one. Cause he wants to make it this big spectacle rather than just having a conversation and fucking ending it. But he wants to monetize it. And I don't want to do that. So I said he was being a pussy. And then it wasn't just that. It was Jeff, Chris Raygun, Mr. Repsion. We're all like, yeah, that is kind of a pussy move. It's like, just have the conversation privately and be fucking done with it. So because they all backed me in what I was saying at the time at dinner, Ben ran with that, where I called Dick Masterson a pussy, and he ran to Dick and he fucking whined to Dick about it. So that is why Dick was brought that up all of a sudden, was because Ben had gone out there and was just like, telling him about a private conversation without giving, the proper context to the conversation. But then again, Dick Masterson, he fucking lies his ass off about a lot of shit.
Well, Ben hates Dick Masterson.
Does he?
Yes.
Okay, what's the lore there? Because a couple of years ago, he was really sucking on his fucking dick.
Ben hates Dick Masterson. Oh, come on, Charbro. You don't know
about any of that, but I just know I want to figure out which episode this is and go back and watch it.
No, wait. What happened with Ben Pye and Dick Masterson? I don't know.
I think it's Ben Pye. Hold on a second. I might be confused.
Who are you thinking of?
Where was Billy the Fridge involved?
I kind of zoned out during that, so I heard Ben.
No.
There's a person called Ben on the Kiwi Farms. That's a very angry, supposed ex-fan of Dax, and he's the one that was going ahead saying that 80s girl was a cam girl.
No, I know nothing about
Dick
that.
Masterson was losing his mind.
No. there was a bit where Billy the Fridge was involved. What was that about?
No, he was just at dinner with us.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. He was just at dinner with us. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, that's really about it. It's not like it's that big of a fucking deal.
No.
You know.
I just said because.
Yeah, no, that's all it is. It's just like fucking. That's all it was. It's just Billy was at dinner with us, and then I had just heard about it from other people that Ben had apparently told that he had gone to Dick, because then it was Dick brought it up, and I started getting attacked for it, which then I'm like, okay, if I'm getting attacked for it, clearly Dick is saying something, or clearly somebody told him that, and it was Ben.
So you don't know anything about what's been going on with Dick, is it?
No, okay. So I know.
You don't know that. You obviously have to know, because PPP is the one that started the entire thing.
No, I mean, I know about that, but I mean, I thought you were talking about something new.
Well, yeah, he defended cuties on Twitter, which cost him even more shit.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing. Okay, well, define cost him shit.
He's basically been in a downward spiral now for, I don't even know, 6 months, a year.
Okay, so looking at his Patreon, he still has, the dude still makes $22,000 a month. So explain to me how he's in trouble.
We don't know how that's possible. He has 10 live viewers for his shows.
But everything is all done through This is the thing that YouTubers don't understand about podcasting. Podcasting, if you get a dedicated enough audience, that is where the money comes from. It is, but it's all
his love of cuties.
It is people who listen to him through iTunes.
Real.
Here's the thing with that though, is because the podcasting aspect of it is a lot of YouTubers don't get podcasting because they think they look at it from being like, what your view count is on YouTube. No, it's different.
I realized he wasn't making any money off New Project 2.
No, didn't he always say he didn't want to make any money off New Project 2? Like, that was my understanding of it, was meant to be an alternative to Patreon, where the money that came on in that people would pay back or pay forward was just meant to like running the operating costs. Right. But like, my understanding was that he wasn't looking to make any money, which is, clearly bullshit, because why invest in that kind of infrastructure if you're not looking to profit?
Masterson is successful then.
He is more successful than I at the moment. So yeah, sure.
Well, he's got a trust fund behind him,
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, Dick, he was, before him and Maddox joined up, he was well known around LA, right? He tried his hand at the Upright Citizens Brigade.
Pizza Hut commercial? What was he known for?
I know he was. Yeah, the Dr. Phil thing.
Phil was after, I think, right?
Okay, I know I've seen the Dr. Phil thing. That was pretty funny.
I hate to interrupt, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm seriously though. I gotta go. Before I go, I'm gonna say that what he's saying is absolutely right. The YouTube views anymore, like, it means almost nothing. Like.
I'll give you guys like an example.
Views on a video mean like nothing anymore.
I think I make like probably $1 or $2 off of with ad revenue off of each one of these Boulder Talks. So like so the money that I make on the channel all comes in through fucking donations and people who become members, and that's it. And that's the thing, is like, I'm fine with it. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, this channel's been so ravaged algorithmically that it's just probably never going to fucking return. Which is true, to be honest with you. And that was part of the attack that happened.
What do you say about the allegation that you were given a redemption and you blew it? Because I know some people who say that. We're not going to name names.
People can. Who was I trying to get redeemed from? All things considered, who was I trying to impress? The people that spent 2 years coming after me? Like, do I care about any of them? I don't. I don't care about any of
your channel here.
No, it was always going to be dead. I'd already gone. I've already gone and had conversations with archicts and engineers.
Now able to this channel.
Yes. Okay. So, but let me explain that one. I can actually explain that, and I do know the answer to that one. Have you ever heard me joke about how I want to get under 100,000 subs?
Right.
It's not a joke. It literally will reboot your system. So the way that the YouTube algorithms recommends channels is under 100,000 subscribers, it will actually recommend you to more newer people. When you are over 100,000, okay, think of it like this. Under 100K, it's about a 70-30 split of new accounts versus subbed accounts, okay? Right. So 70% new people. Flip that when you hit over 100,000. 30% new people, 70% people who've already subbed to you.
So you're saying that Crouch channel dropping under 100,000 saved his channel?
Yep. Kraut dropping under 100,000 subs. He got down to like 91,000, I think.
People to unsubscribe.
I have fucking tried because the algorithm is not recommending the content to people. So you have to look at it like this. So before August 2018, I had an average watch time of about 4 minutes and 55 seconds, which is actually really good. And that resulted in getting like a couple, I'd get about probably 60,000 views a day, which is pretty good. So then when that whole thing went down and people started attacking the channel and disliking it and then leaving, it created almost like the death by 1,000 cuts. So on one video getting massively downvoted, YouTube's not going to, they might derank that video and that's it. But when it's every video for like a while is getting literally between 4,000 and 7,000 dislikes. Hold on, let me finish. Getting between 4,000 and 7,000 dislikes. People weren't even watching the content. They're coming in, they're clicking dislike, and they're leaving. What that does, and this is on YouTube's older system, now it's a little bit different. They've recognized those kind of spam attacks, and they actually sit there and they have some preventative measures. But back then they didn't. So my average watch time went from nearly 5 minutes down to 1 minute and 37 seconds. So what that did is it told the system, it told the algorithm that my channel was doing something funky, that people were not responding to it, and that it was technically, quote unquote, a bad channel. So it just deranked the entire fucking thing. So now I barely get anyone new, and it's mostly just people who have already subbed, and those people, because they don't interact with the content, they do not get shown it in their home feed. I'm not making that up.
The YouTube algorithm.
I have gone to VidCon. I've spoken with engineers. I talked to the head of the former head of the YouTube creator division. Yeah. I got him on a private DM one time. I explained the situation. I asked him what he thought. I've talked to multiple people who teach YouTube and make millions of dollars a year teaching YouTube. I've gotten them one-on-one and explained it. And this is what this is what the data that I've collected over the last couple of years has brought me to. It is better for me to it is probably better for me to nuke this channel in its entirety.
So why don't you do it?
I'm stubborn because I don't. So here's the thing. The way I look at it now is like, I have attachment to the channel because I built it up from 2012. I have the plaque. I'm looking at it right now. And I understand like none of this shit's ever going to come back.
The plaque, we will see it.
No,
I know exactly what he's talking about because I have a really old YouTube channel as well, and you don't want to. You have attachments to those old videos. You don't want to get rid of them.
Have you seen the plaque, sir? Have you seen the plaque?
The plaque?
Yeah, Jarbo's plaque.
My silver play button.
Yeah, your silver play button.
Yeah. It's an older model. It's not one of the newer, nicer ones. It's older. It's a vintage.
Well, I'm trying to make a joke that everybody's seen that video, but he doesn't.
And I'm fine with that. And that's the other thing too. I'm fine with that.
Saying. Oh, you do.
Yeah. So it's the idea here is that I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want with this shit right now. There are other things that I'm building up that I'm working on that I enjoy, like Patio commentary. I really enjoy doing. And that is, you know what? I sat down to. I sat down tonight and I spent an hour and a half working on a script about WandaVision. I'm not quite done with it yet, but I'm really looking forward to finishing it up tomorrow.
Matt, whatever you do, just like don't delete your channel ever.
No, I'm not going to delete the channel. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I want with it. If I'm, I sit here, I'll sit here.
I'll about like internet history, never.
No, I didn't. My other videos are unlisted. They're still there. I was testing a theory. I might bring them all back because there's really no fucking point. I would make more money if I brought them all back, because then they would still get in. They would still get kind of circulated around, and it's like pennies here, pennies there, sort of thing. But the idea though is like, it's like, look,
Why
I
don't you move
understand
everything to $3 theater or whatever?
Well, because that's been my primary for a while. And that even movie news right now is fucking dead, dude. There's nothing going on. It's all
There's stuff going on. Man.
Well, no. The thing is, okay. So when you think about it like this, the general YouTube viewer, like if I were to talk about, like a smaller movie that's coming out, it's really not going to get a lot of play. So so you have to do a lot of like the genre content, because people go searching for genre content. I've been talking about the Snyder Cut for a while.
There's giant movies coming out. There's Kong versus Godzilla. There's Mortal Kombat. There's
I'm definitely going to do reviews of those movies. Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm saying is there's still big movie stuff to talk about.
Well, I've been bored by it recently, to be honest with you. It's not engaging me in the way that I would like. So, and I think part of that is because I haven't gone to the theater in over a year.
Me neither.
So it's like, that's a big thing for me.
In the theater was the last horrible fucking Star Wars movie.
Oh, for me, it was Sonic, but anyway.
Oh God.
Have you seen the Tom and Jerry movie?
No, I might watch it tomorrow with my kids. Because I hear like it's from the director of the first two Fantastic Four movies. So
it's really going to be a piece of shit. Then.
It might be, but I mean, like it's
you're in for some quality.
Yeah, you're in for some work there. Yeah, I know. I need to watch Willy's Wonderland still.
There's not just that. There's stuff going on the small screen. Great stuff, coming out. That is,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with this, right? Like, I like Star Wars. That's pretty fucking apparent at this point. Talking about Star Wars is difficult because right now, and this is what's happening even with movie news, is everything gets conflated with fake content, right? Fake scoops, fake stories. People run with them. And then like now, so if one person runs with a fake story and let's say it gets like 300,000 views, which in the case of a guy named Doomcock happens all the fucking time. He just makes it up, but his audience believes him. They believe him.
Why don't you do that, Jarba?
Why don't I? Because I am physically incapable of doing that. I am physically incapable of doing. I cannot do it. I can't.
So don't talk about it. Just report on what's real as far as you know.
Well, it's more or less like I can't sit there and like, this is gonna sound really fucking hypocritical, but just like trust me on it.
Yeah.
When it comes to that kind of shit, I cannot lie to people. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. No, I can't. I cannot do it. You have to understand. My entire life has been around. Like I read, I research a lot of shit. I like to be the factual person. So it's like I said, I don't mind if people are fucking like, if you want to talk shit about me, I'm fine with that. Just be fucking factual is my only real like thing.
Have you thought about copying like your movie sucks type thing or?
No, because the thing is like I know Adam, like I know Adam and I like Adam quite a bit. Him and I would view movies differently. So Adam goes into it kind of like I'm just going to critique the film. I look at it from like, what would it be like to be on set making the movie? Because I've made movies, so my love of film is not just what we see. It's also the process of how it was made. So, and I can't go into watching a movie and even the shittiest movie out there, I will still look for something that is redeeming because I go into this thing with wanting to be entertained. And so it's like,
dude, sorry.
And so, but the thing is though, when it comes to doing like the YouTube stuff for that, a big problem is just timing. It's just time, right? Like I've got my 3-year-old and I've got an 18-month-old that I watch in the daytime. So it's like, I can't sit there and put on, a fucking horror movie to like watch and review because they're going to scare the shit out of my kids. So we watch like fucking Cocomelon and shit. And if I try to get work done, my daughter is like, oh, what's on your laptop? I want to go sit in your lap. And so she just doesn't let me get anything done. So it's like, it's figuring out time, to do stuff. And that's where I'm currently at with it.
Can I just say that I think that Adam from your movie sucks? Like, he's really awesome and stuff, but sometimes he's way too hard on some movies, you know.
No, I like Adam quite a bit. You know, I mean, even though he's a weird furry,
awesome, but sometimes he's really hard, like really hard on some stuff in a bad way, you know.
Yeah, what do you know? Have you got to a fur con with Adam from the movie sucks?
No, I just know he's a fur. Although, like, if I was in we haven't talked in a while, but if he were to call me up and go, "Hey, do you want to go to Vancouver?" I might be like, "Oh, when am I going to be here again?" You know,
doing that furry thing,
like just to check it the fuck out. You know,
very interesting, Joe.
Why not? Why not? You know what? I'm just saying it's some shit. Fuck it. You know what? The world is weird, right? You can't really get away from it all the time. So
it's true. I don't know if I agree with you on any of that, but
if I went to a furry con, do you have any idea how hard it would be for me to not say fucking cruel shit? Like, I would look at random people and just go, yif, 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 yif. Or just something like that, where it's just so weird shit where they would just feel like uncomfortable being around me because they make me wildly uncomfortable with that weird shit.
Yeah.
I think you should do that type of content.
Where I go to a furry convention?
No. You know,
hey
what
guys,
I mean.
my name is Matt Jarbo, coming to you live from Vancouver.
Newspaper. I'm gonna tell you right now. That should be a restart for your career, job.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna Jacques Cousteau a fucking I'll do a Jacques Cousteau style documentary from a furry convention. There we go. Here we are at the furry convention. I know my that's not a good Jacques Cousteau. I haven't done one in a while. I got to go and listen to the accent again.
You know what I mean. I didn't mean like that.
No, I know.
So is this was the answer to my redemption question? You don't care.
Fuck it. I don't care, man. I don't. What am I trying to impress? PPP? Am I trying to impress Godwinson? Am I trying to get on Ethan Ralph's good side?
Who's talking about trying to impress?
You know, no. It doesn't matter. It's like it's so stupid. PPP got fucking mad at me because I said G slur in the fucking Discord, and then he went all fucking ape shit.
Well, that was like,
who the hell is PPP?
G slur. It makes me laugh though. It's funny.
What should make you laugh is not that I said G slur, is that his reaction to it.
His reaction was funny too. I think it was supposed to be funny.
His reaction was,
who's PPP?
He doesn't matter.
Exactly.
How do you not know who PPP is? That's disgraceful.
I really don't know who that is.
That's completely disgraceful. How could you not know?
That's a good answer.
My face on this avatar, that's PPP.
Yeah.
He's the greatest leaf on the internet, basically.
He's something, that's for fucking sure.
So you're still mad at PPP.
Sounds like I'm
let's talk about, did you try to do a snakening? Because a lot of people did a snakening in there. Did you try to do a snakening with Kraut?
Snakening now.
What?
No, wait, what? A snakening? What's that?
Yeah, a snakening. Did you try to convert Kraut to the German side?
He tried. Oh my god, Kraut! Like I told Kraut, just like because Kraut was paranoid that because he gave PPP a channel, that if they lost monetization or the channel went down, that it might impact his main channel, which is his main source of income outside of his job.
Not true, though.
No, and I said no, it won't. I said
channel can be. I think his channel is the most successful it's ever been.
No, now it is, but that's what he was afraid of, that having it tied to his social security.
Is this true though? Is this conversation true? Because I know for a fact Kraut denies this.
How could he deny it? Like that was a conversation we had, like literally a conversation we fucking had on Discord not too long ago. Like when that shit went down with fucking Kraut. Where the fuck is this?
What do you say?
You know, let me see.
So you say that was a false. You say that was not true. You were not trying to get Kraut to take away his channel.
No. It was just like he had asked me if I'm trying to find the exchange here. I forget from when it was. Okay. Let's see here. Because he had asked me about it. He was worried. He was paranoid. And I said, I don't think so, but your best bet may not be to give them something associated with you. Give them something else. My whole point with that wasn't fuck them, like don't ever work with them. My point was like just give them a different account. Yeah, create something that's not tied to your main account. That's all it was. And then PPP in his grandiose fashion.
Guys, I gotta go.
All right.
Yeah.
See you later.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll see you guys. Yeah, I gotta.
Storm crazy outside. I gotta go.
All right, man. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for coming on in, man. All right. Yeah, I gotta get to the other couple people, and I gotta get to bed. It's almost 2:00 here. So
I almost had Jarbo going off about it. I wanted to hear how he wasn't guilty of this because I think he is.
What am I guilty of?
What are you guilty of?
Fucking. I'm just trying to see. Okay.
Thought police. Being thought police.
I'm not being a thought police. You know.
Well, G-slur.
I just said G-slurs. I just didn't want to say.
That's why PPP's. I don't think anybody believed that's why PPP's channel went down.
No, I don't fucking know. I just said it could be something like that because they're getting really crazy about racial slurs. You know, I don't know. The thing is, like, my whole point is that, you know, people were looking to take down PPP, Godwin, Sid, and Kraut, all the, you know, Ralph's guys. So I just don't give them any fucking ammo. That's all it is.
Were you talking to Pig Clips too?
We talk occasionally, but it's
I knew it.
No, it's been a minute since I talked to her. It's been a long while since I talked to her.
Did you betray us to the Pig Clips?
No, I don't even. I know you guys don't like each other, but I kept out of that shit.
Well, the whole thing with Pig Clips, I don't know. She doesn't like me. Well, before ever knowing PPP, so that goes back a long time. Well before PPP.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are all in your weird petty shit. I have nothing to do with any of that.
Weird petty shit.
Dude, all this shit's fucking petty. It's pedantic. It's boring. It's just like, okay.
Well, that's the crux of everything.
What are people? Content. Hold on. Wait, is Kim Park here? Thoughts on Ethan Ralph having the hardest week of his life with his mama dying from brain surgery? Is that true? Did she pass?
She didn't have brain surgery. She was having her gallbladder taken out, and she fell, and she had a brain hemorrhage, and she's in a coma, permanent coma. It looks like it's pretty sad, actually. Oh,
I knew she was in the hospital. I'd caught wind of that, but because someone asked me to talk shit about her the other day. They were like, "Oh, you're going to talk shit about Ralph's mom being in the hospital?" I'm like, "No, why? Why would I do that?" You know, I understand.
Well,
I understand.
Not, I guess for you, why not?
Well, I mean, look, you can sit there to, you know, and to some extent, you probably have got there's probably every right for me to say something. You know, I would argue there's probably every right for people like David Sherratt and Kraut and a bunch of other people to openly dance on his mother being in the hospital. Because of the shit that Ralph has said about their family, you know, and everything else. But I'm not going to do that. I don't wish any ill will towards his mom. I hope she gets a speedy recovery. I hope she gets out of the coma. That's, I mean, as much as I don't like Ralph, and there's no getting around that. That's his mom, dude. Like, that's, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Well, it's all kind of sad.
It is sad. Yeah. Like, you know, well, because my grandmother, when she passed away, she fell, broke her ankle, and they took her to the hospital, and they found a heart problem, and they raced her to the hospital because she was kind of remote. She had the surgery. She was on her way to recovery, and then she had a heart attack and died a couple of days later. You know, so it's like this shit can fucking come out of nowhere, and it can hit you, and that's kind of about it. You know, like, you're just kind of like done. So no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. How do you feel about he had the police and fire department sent to his house today? And nobody talked about it because nobody gives a shit.
I didn't. Yeah. That's not the first time Richmond's finest has gone to his house.
I think it's
he uses it as a fucking prop anyway. You know, he uses it every time he gets swatted or he gets whatever. He goes up there, he takes a picture, calls him Richmond's finest, and then like uses it as a way to go and he victimizes himself as a way to get fucking donations.
They're fans, yeah. Obviously, they're fans.
Oh yeah, no, they're totally fans. No, a fan, if it was like I don't know, like isn't it usually like wellness checks or whatever?
Well, there was one actual swatting. Did you see? I'm sure you were smiling ear to ear for that one.
No, I didn't hear about that. I didn't hear about that.
When he was at a hotel with.
Oh yeah, okay, that one I did see. That was fucking funny.
And they handcuffed him. Yeah, that was a real swatting.
That was a real one.
They said he kidnapped her.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I mean, I saw it because
the only real one. All the other ones have been bullshit.
Well, what cracked me up about that one was the fact that like you could see his demeanor actually change. And that probably
they started cuffing him, and
turn
off the live stream, press the button, officer.
Isn't it like, wasn't he not allowed to leave the state, or no? Did he get permission from his parole officer?
Well, I don't think he was actually charged with any. They were at a hotel, I think in.
They were in like
or
Phoenix or something. I don't fucking know, dude. I just know the basics.
Yeah, I don't think he actually got in trouble for that when they figured out that she wasn't kidnapped. I mean, she was clearly not kidnapped when they got at the scene, but they handcuffed him anyway, and so
you know, it is what it is, man.
So that was the only real one.
Okay, my lore. I'm not up to date on lore on any of this shit. It's just like I know a little bit.
Celebrating that video,
I laughed. I laughed when I saw it. You know. I did laugh when I saw it.
You showed it to your family. I think you had a party.
No.
I don't believe any of that.
The only time I would do that is if it was like he's going to jail for a fucking year or two, or like, you know.
Well, I think you definitely had his court case marked on the calendar.
No, I knew that it. I knew that it was in February. I just didn't know when.
You seriously, Jarbo? You're going to say you didn't have that marked off on the calendar?
Yeah, I was because the way I look at it is there's nothing I could do or say that would change any of the situation. Well, so why give it any oxygen for one? And why care? I didn't care.
Because you're vengeful.
I'm really not that vengeful of a person.
Really though?
I mean, like, I'm really not, like, because the thing is, I don't know how old you are, man, but like, I'm almost 39. I turned 39 in a few weeks.
I'm not as old as you, but I'm old.
There are things in this life I have zero control over, you know? So I can sit there and I can get angry at these people. And don't get me wrong, there are people that I'm angry at and that I would like to say certain things to, even, you know, not necessarily in this circle, but it's like, I have to sit there and ask myself, like, how much of this is fucking worth my time?
Right.
You know, is it right for me to get myself worked up and angry when they're like across the country and I can't, you know, nothing I say is going to get back to them anyway? Like, it's fucking stupid. It's that old saying of like, you know, hate is just drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Like, I'd rather be happy in what I talk about or what I do.
Wow. I mean, I don't necessarily believe that, but I think that's a nice sentiment.
Hey man, everyone's got to cope in their own way.
I think you personally would love to see Ethan Ralph like choke to death, personally. But
I don't want to see Jesus Christ. That's fucking dark. No, I don't.
Choke to death on a chicken wing or something.
I don't want to see him choke to death. Okay. What I would like to see is that moment where everything is taken from him. You know,
that already happened.
what I mean by that too is what I mean by that, and I'm sure this will end up back on the show.
That's totally not darker than what I said.
What I mean by that is simply like when he gets booted off of Trovo, when he gets removed from Twitter. You know, these things that I don't know if they're ever going to happen, but it'd be funny when they do, if they do. That's what I'm talking about, because for him, the only thing he really cares about is his Twitter. So that's the thing I think would be funny. And it's not even that. It's losing that check mark. It's not even like him getting deplatformed.
Well, he's definitely going to get deplatformed off Trovo.
Oh, at some point in time. Yeah, as soon as Fuentes is gone, like Ralph is all, like right there in the chopping block. But I mean, if he loses that blue check mark, there goes his credibility. That's what he cares, because he's written an article. He's literally written an article about me wanting to get verified on Twitter.
Yes, I was going to say, you thinking because you desperately want the check mark?
I don't desperately want a check mark anymore. Like I don't. I gave up that dream in 2016. I gave up that dream in 2016. I don't care. Like,
although it is a good question. Do you think Ralph is a Fed because he has a check mark?
No, I don't. I don't think he's. I don't think he's a Fed, but I do think that at some point he might. He might actually be an informant at some point. Like if we were to find out that he became an informant, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, well, that's the theory, right?
I mean, I guess I have no idea whose theory this is.
They're all linked to Mila Fuentes and Ralph.
Oh wait, Milo. What is that?
Milo
Pantsu? Oh, Milo. Sorry, I thought you said Mila, and I was all like, I thought is that
Milo.
like? Oh, okay. I'm like, who the fuck?
I'm sorry, it's a 5 a.m. I'm pretty.
Yeah. No, I get you. It's 2 a.m. here. I have to get to bed. But no, I know Milo is a Fed. I wouldn't be surprised if Baked is a Fed. I really wouldn't be surprised if Fuentes is a Fed.
Well, yeah, I mean that's obvious.
I mean, like that's all. Yeah, clearly at this point, it's all like.
I mean, Baked and Fuentes are definitely.
Yeah, I think Baked is only locked up because just the optics of it.
Yeah.
And then it's like he'll get off some like reduced sentence shit or whatever.
He won't even get charged. He's on house arrest for a while, and then
he can't go back on the internet, right? Is that what it is? He can't live stream.
Yeah, right. There's going to be probably an RV trip in a few months. I'm hoping Ralph will be on the RV trip. Now that I'll start watching Ralph again, because
if Ralph goes on the RV
that's
trip,
what he agreed to.
That would be something.
Well, that's what Ralph agreed to. He wants to go on
that shows you right there. That tells you right there that his show is dead. That tells you right
would
fucking
you
there.
go in the RV?
Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. I would not go in the goddamn RV.
Oh, come on.
I went on a...
Come on, you and Ralph together in an RV?
No. It would get fucking... Like, it'd get bad. I mean, like, I watched enough of that RV6 shit to just end up... Just to realize that, like, no. Fuck you. I'm fucking near 40, dude. You know what? Like, that ain't my shit. And I did that in 2009. I went on a week-long bachelor party trip where we rented an RV and we went up the West Coast to different breweries. So I've done like the RV, the 6 guys in an RV, cross-country travel shit.
I don't think you've done a baked RV trip.
No, because that's like, hey,
we're smoking meth or something.
Well, that's like, hey, let's just get McDonald's for every fucking meal and walk around and harass old people,
And smoke meth and mace old people. Yeah, mace old people.
I don't smoke meth or mace old people.
Why not, Jerpo? See, now that would be content for your channel. Get the content spray.
Yeah, something like that, I guess. But all right, man, I'm gonna let you go. I gotta
go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a few more minutes. I know people waiting in the chat. I appreciate the people waiting backstage. But all right, man, we'll talk again soon. Thanks for
keeping me on for about 2 hours. I didn't even.
You've been on for about 2 hours. Yeah, you have.
I've my perception of time right now is pretty altered, but
that's okay. I hope you had fun.
Well, see you around.
I'll see you, dude. Have a good one. All right, we're just gonna go real quick here. All right, YouTube made great again. Ryan, Tonic, how's it going, guys? I know you've been here for a while. I appreciate that.
I just got here. That's a lie right there.
Oh yeah, well you just got here. Ah, fuck off. Well, let me get to
why are you lying to your audience?
Because you know what? Because I can. All right, so hold on. H Bart's here. I missed this entirely. All right, $5. Thank you very much, sir. Flight 2.0 is going to be great with black suit. I'm assuming he's talking about the Snyder cut, which I agree with. Let's see here. Shrek is daddy, $2. Would I simp for Belle Delphine? No.
Belle Delphine is way too skinny and gross.
Belle Delphine creeps me out.
And she has
I've seen her vagina. I'm done.
She has no tits. She's like an A cup.
Well,
like it's kind of creepy. For me, it's a little creepy.
Well, I get that. I do get that. But what really kind of bothers me, I saw like those photos on Twitter, like the last time she trended, where it was like that weird rape fantasy thing.
That I could give 90%, like 60% of women have that fantasy. That's actually kind of like a common fantasy.
Well, yeah, no. I get that. But there are times where I think like, and maybe this is, I don't know, but like, I just, she creeps me the fuck out. It just creeps me the fuck out. And it's like that. Then like, there's that one of her where she licks the tip of a guy's dick. and it's like the
Yeah,
weirdest
like-
blowjob ever, and it's like, no, I can't.
It was
Like,
Well, hold on there, Matt. How many blowjobs have you actually had? Like 2?
quite a few.
I find that
quite
hard to believe. I find that incredibly hard to believe.
12 years in a relationship,
Wow.
2 kids.
Wow. So 2 blowjobs. I was correct.
No, wait, what? No. Do you know how anatomy works? That is the opposite way.
I don't. I'm a fox. I have no idea how that works.
Yeah, well, that is okay. That's self-explanatory at this point. All right, real quick here. Black Weebu Jones says, "Ugh, missed the whole stream. Dude, buy some Taco Bell on me, bro. I'm gonna go watch trap porn."
Oh, look, trap porn. Shout out.
Thank
to
you,
trap porn.
thank
Fuck
you, Black Weebu Jones. I appreciate that. All right.
Feels
Matt,
just
you
like
have
a girl,
some
but
of
the
the,
dick makes it better.
Matt,
I've
you
got
have
a
some of
real-
the weirdest like fans. I'll tell you what. Like, I go. Granted, I'm one of them, so I know, so I can speak from experience. But like, you have some of the weirdest fans / stalkers. Let's be fair.
You know what? It's a weird thing. I do appreciate everyone who listens. I mean, you know, it always gets a little wild on the back end. But I am gonna wrap this thing up because I have to get to bed. So yeah, we'll just go through this real quick.
I just want to ask, why do you want Ethan Ralph dead? That's a question I have.
I didn't say I want Ethan Ralph dead.
I believe I have a clip that says otherwise.
No, he said he wants to like witness when it all just falls apart.
Yeah, you know, like that Simpsons episode where like Lisa breaks up with Ralph Wiggum on TV, and Bart plays it back and is like, "This is the exact moment where you can see his heart breaking."
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see. Like that moment when you know it's over. That's what I want to see. Like when he can't hurt anyone else. When he can't hurt anybody else. And he is fucked his
why do you care? Why is that the focal point of your existence?
Well, I mean,
no, it's not the focal point of my existence. I don't give it. At this point, I'm literally just kind of biding my time. You know, I don't care enough to pay a lot of attention to it. But at the end of the day,
it up on a panel.
Because it was brought up on a panel. It was brought up it was brought up to me.
It seems like you think about this quite a bit.
No, not really.
No,
I really don't. We don't bring up. I didn't bring up Ralph at all, and I think really until it was brought up earlier, and that was only to talk about the fact that his mom is sick, and I feel bad for that.
You didn't even
so you
know
feel
about
bad for
the
the
whole...
guy, but you want him to lose everything. So that would be including his mother.
Dude,
I don't
want him. He's a
think
terrible person.
No, I don't even think you knew about the faith thing. I think I was the one who told you about that because it was hilarious to me. Because I think I'm one of the few people that that like of your original fans that remembers that I was actually there for like I actually laugh about this. The Boulder meme is hilarious, and I'm not gonna lie, I use it a lot in euphemisms against other YouTubers and stuff. But
thank you.
I was there when I've seen the boulders. It's not a bullshit story. Like, it's like I use the meme, but at the same time, I know the meme is bullshit. You know, so like, I like you don't really care about this shit. Like, I think more of us in the Discord tell you about it than you actually actively looking for it.
So, do you still care about the polar bear stuff?
I mean, like, I regret that it happened.
Why?
Because it's stupid and it's dumb.
Yeah, it's kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
it's pretty cringe.
I say that word all the time on the internet.
Yeah, people do use the word all the time on the internet. Yeah, that's true, man. People say that word.
Are you afraid to use it now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you afraid to use that word now?
I don't use that word. It's
so you live in fear. That's interesting.
No, I don't live in fear. I don't have a reason to.
It sounds like you do.
No, the way I view it is if there's I believe like if there's a necessary reason to like use the word, it's got in that specific word, there has to be a very good reason to use it. Otherwise, there's no real point to it.
So you only use words when they're good to use, like they're a good reason to use those words. You don't just use words.
I choose my words.
Do you?
I would like to think I choose my words sometimes.
I feel like you don't.
You know, and I do try to think about what I say, and I don't have a desire to say that particular word because it doesn't really.
Because I've been watching you since about like 2014. I've seen you I've seen you say plenty of stupid shit.
More aware of it now, but that specific word, which is the word you brought up, no, I don't use it
because you live in fear.
No, it's a word I just choose to not use. I just don't see the point of it.
There's a difference between not using a word because you realize it's wrong to say and using it.
Well, it's like the word.
It's wrong to use that word.
I'm pretty sure that if you walked up to anybody, I think actually there's like 4 words probably in the English language that if you asked majority of people, if you said that in front of them, if they look at you weird or they say it's wrong to say, it'd be probably, if not number 1, number 2 on that.
So you're afraid of scrutiny and physical violence. Interesting.
This is funny. Whoever this Thai person is, I just told Ralph about Matt's lose everything, including his mother comment. I didn't say including his mother. I just wish her a speedy recovery. Don't be a fucking cunt.
You said you wanted to lose everything. That was including his mom.
I want him to lose his relevance, and I just explained to you exactly what it was.
I don't know. So everything would mean everything, which would be
now you're just being facetious for the sake of being facetious.
I don't know, man. When you say you want someone to lose everything, I don't know how else to take that.
Well, then you can take it however the fuck you want to take it. I've clearly explained it.
Sounds like you didn't use your words very wisely, which you said you did.
I chose my words, and then I further explained my words. Your inability to process what I said. If you've been here for a while, you would have heard what I said. So you clearly are not. You're attempting to gaslight a situation that I've already. If your inability to process words that have come out of my mouth is happening, then that is clearly a defect on your part.
So it's all my fault. In no way are you at fault. Interesting.
Yes.
I can't say I agree now.
Well, I understand that. I understand your position on it, and you're willful. Yeah, either your willful obfuscation of what's going on here is all just a ruse, or you're just being a bitch. I don't quite know.
Just being a bitch? Oh, that's very rude. How could you do that to your guest?
You came on here, man. Anyone can come on here. Doesn't mean I'm being nice about
Christian.
it. That hasn't been a thing in my life for a long time.
Matt, I just wanted to ask you, because we made a video recently on your $3 Feather channel about the Division movie director, and I just wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts now knowing that he's actually played he's it's not just some random director that works with Netflix. He's actually a fan of the thing, and I see it him making it as if you were told that you got to remake the 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
I would, for one, I wouldn't make. I would burn it to the ground before I'd ever touch it. But
I know, but
I get you. I get you. Well, no, I mean, look, if if he's a big Division fan, cool. I want, I think we, that's one of the reasons why I liked Neil Blomkamp for Halo. It's because he was a big Halo nut, and I think if you're going to tackle a video game property, you should probably enjoy that property. So,
but that. And the other thing I wanted to say before you ended the stream was the reason why Gamergate is still relevant is because the not even the left crowd, the woke crowd will not shut up about it. It's been how many years, and every couple of months, they'll just reference, "Oh, it's Gamergate's fault. It's Gamergate's fault," because they lost. We may have lost the battle, but we won the war when it came to that, and they lost, and now they bring it up every time they need relevancy or something, or it's become the internet scapegoat, and that's why it's been like that.
It's been like that for years, and that's not gonna fucking change. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. It's stupid. The whole thing is Gamergate ended in August 2015. With the Society for Professional Journalists airplay event. That's when a lot of us view Gamergate as actually ending. A lot of the other people that kept it going, and they started using it as a way to kind of go after just SJWs in general and not the unethical journalists that were the original I don't want to say target, but the goal, you guess you could say, for would be a good way for that. And they're the ones who took it and ran with it and then ran it into the ground. And so, like it is what it is.
I agree. I just but I think that's the reason why it's still kind of relevant. It's not the matter of like the actual movement itself is relevant. The scapegoat of the movement is relevant, because whenever you hear Gamergate, because these nutjobs, these grifters took it over, it's automatically associated with harassment and silencing women creators and some shit. So whenever there's a controversy where some females either getting criticized or harassed, they always, here's another Gamergate, or I say, that's why it's relevant. It's not really relevant for the movement itself. It's relevant for the name itself, if that makes sense.
No, I get that. It's one of those things where I'm just glad it's over. Same. And if people want to keep bringing it up, then it's like that's going to be their thing. I hope that one day that there is like a definitive, like a definitive case study that kind of puts all this shit to bed. But because it's been so embroiled in controversy for almost better part of a decade now.
Hey, I feel ya. I'm the same way with the Stand with Vic crowd. And you know how crazy those guys are.
I'm not touching that shit because I want to go the fuck to bed. I'm not touching that shit. I want to go to bed. Right. Those guys are fucking insane in my opinion, but that's that. You guys have fun. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna remove you and then I'll say goodnight to the guys and we'll talk soon. Have a good one, everybody. All right. Thanks a lot, Ryan, for hanging out. I know you've been back there a while. We'll talk again later. All right, guys. This was a fun 2 hour plus stream. Like holy shit. Did not expect that to happen. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out and chit chatting. If you guys want to leave a like or a comment, that'd be fantastic. And I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day or morning or I don't know, enema. And